already. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I thought you said he did.
No, I just dropped him off because I knew he was going to be remote.
Oh, okay, so he's going to be up on the show later too.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Speaking of which, speak of Satan.
Yes, I'm right here. You coming 1 minute after I'm supposed to be here. Good gravy.
But look at that hair.
I didn't. Yeah, you do. You got Peaky Blinders hair.
It is so long on top.
It's really so. Here's one trick that your hairstylist will hate is that you figure out you can cut the sides anytime you want to at home. It doesn't matter if you just never ever touch the top, and then eventually it just gets as long as it's ever been in your entire life.
I'm serious. That is exactly what their hair looks like on Peaky Blinders after they have a fight.
Yeah.
Oi.
You should braid it.
Oi. All right. All right. By order of Peaky fucking Blinders.
I only know Peaky Blinders. Oh, wait. No, that's not the same thing. I was thinking that Office episode where Andy's in the play, but that's the demon deacon of Barber Street or whatever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Peaky Blue. Peaky Blue. Damn it.
Peaky Blue?
Peaky I'm bailing on it.
Jared, are you wearing a baseball jersey?
I am. There's this band Mom Rock, and they sent me and the guys these jerseys, and I wore this on New Year's Eve.
Cool.
And then today I showered up and just decided to put a dirty shirt on because it's a comfortable shirt.
Yeah, go team.
Yeah. And it was laying there, and it just worked out good. It was a timing thing.
I wish I was laying there dirty.
And there is Jason, Dr. Jason Aylesworth, and
Kidney Pete. There he is.
And Kidney Pete. We've never seen you out in the real world.
Yeah, this is my son, Braun. He's in town on leave from the Navy, so he wanted to sit in with me tonight.
Hey, Braun. Hi. How you doing, man? Thank you very much for your service, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Where are you stationed?
San Diego.
All right, not too shabby.
San Diego.
Played there a couple of times, and my nephew did his basics and then some other stuff there. In the Navy, you can rule the 7 seas.
Is Rusty still there?
Is Rusty still there? Well, that's good stuff, man. Well, are you now? You're how long have you been in? For a while now, right?
2 years.
Yeah. Are you? Guy, you sound exactly like your dad. That's freaking crazy. You guys get that a lot, like on the phone and stuff. People think you guys sound the same.
No, my people tell me I sound like my dad, so I guess it's hereditary.
Yeah, I'm sure. Are you career? Or are you doing 4 years? What's your plan?
Don't know yet. Currently, my contract is 5 years. I am stationed on the Curtis Wilbur, which we just came back from Japan. So,
okay, cool. Yeah, man, that's cool. I played on the John C. Stennis. While I was in San Diego, and it was good times. As the third aircraft carrier I played. What do we got? 5, and I've played on 3 of them.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I don't know how many we have. I made that up.
Oh, I was about to say.
But I think we do only have like 5, right? Like it's a big deal. However many we have is way more than everybody else.
Well, duh.
Because we have to build them for people. China has 2, I think. Fuck them.
If only we had somebody here that could tell us whether you're right.
How many? So how many aircraft carriers do we have? Do you know?
How many aircraft carriers? I believe it's 5.
Yeah,
what?
Right. Yeah, I think we have 5.
Way to go.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we have 5, and I think China has 2.
And you played on the John C. Riley?
Yes. I played on the John C. Riley. I played, which is that's topical for tonight's movie.
Yeah,
guys, you know the rules. Everybody knows how to play. Sean, let's kick off this 5 questions episode. Here we go.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show, It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
You guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Roboto. This is also a very good, timely thing because this movie somewhat built around a game show. So that's interesting. That's fucking interesting, man. You know, I don't know if you noticed this, but it really is actually. That sort of is the connection to everybody because Big Earl is the producer of the game show. Did you guys know that?
Yep, Earl, Big Earl.
Oh.
Also, that was your first question. I just gave that away.
God
So
damn it. Next one.
let's just go back to Chopin and
Anyway, it's a military march.
March, and they're gonna do some sort of a rendition of. See what I did? I did a joke that had with that movie in mind.
There it is.
Yeah, I just threw that in there, free of charge, guys. That's free. I don't even get it. Guys, with us tonight, we got a good one, man. I am super happy. First of all, to have Dr. Jason Aylesworth, who will tonight get his 3rd appearance plaque and is the first ever 30 appearances pocket plaque, everybody. Jason Aylesworth, of course, playing along with Kidney Pete. And would you like to introduce everybody to your son?
Yep. So this is not Kidney Pete with me. This is my son, Braun, who is a petty officer, 3rd class in the Navy, and he's home on leave.
There you go.
Now, Kidney Pete, what do you think about Braun? Do you guys get along okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's a good friend, right?
Yeah, it was nice to meet him finally.
Yeah, he's home for the holiday. Now, Braun, Kidney Pete saved your dad's life. I mean, you have to, you probably think pretty highly of Kidney Pete, I would think.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. Well, that went well. Okay.
He got really old lately.
Yeah.
Dr. Jason Aylesworth hit him hard over the holidays.
What happened to Kidney Pete?
It's been a tough year for everybody.
Poor Jason.
It just sounds like an old lady.
I think he went a little bit grandma for Griswold grandma.
He did. All right. And then, of course, next, man, so glad to have you back so soon. I realized Sean reminded me that this is because of school and that you'll probably have to, sign off for a little bit when school gets back in. But Vinnie Cataldo is back again, ladies and gentlemen. Vinnie Cataldo. Still the worst record in the history of this show. And but you know what? But starting to answer some questions correctly. Let's see how this goes tonight. But also, I would be it would suck if I forgot to introduce him because he's actually playing, guys. It's everybody's new favorite married guy who will be a dad soon, right? You're going to be a dad soon.
That's true.
When is that again? Tell me.
It's supposed to be April 1st is the due date.
Okay.
Oh, that's
right.
Hilarious. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I'm hoping, but
My
We'll
nephew
see.
was born on April 1st.
Joke's on you.
my niece was supposed to be due April 1st, and she was born April 2nd, so she was late.
Right. So that is more of a joke, I guess, this April Fool's thing. You know what else happens? You know what else that is going to timestamp that motherfucking birthday? I will just tell you. The new Bowling for Soup album will also be out on April 1st. Right. That's right.
You have to have that playing.
New album, Pot
Definitely.
Jokes Not Bread, will be out, and we are very excited about it. And the masters are done. Got to hear them.
There better be signed copies.
We will be doing all of that. It's gonna be great. Good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. I'm sure everybody's writing down because you guys are all fantastic players and would never let me down. It is time for new notepads, by the way. Speaking of which, with the notepad thing, and you know what? I'll talk about this later when I do the other thing. All right, guys, here we go. Question number 1, which is, of course, about the movie Magnolia. The movie Magnolia stars many people that were also. What's this director's name, Sean?
Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson also did another movie, I believe, a year before or a year after. Was it 2 years? How's this question going, Eric? And be honest.
On a scale from 1 to 10, so far a 6, but I have no doubt with a little bit of work, you'll get a 7. No problem.
Okay, so this Wes Anderson, no, I'm sorry. I realize I'm making this really confusing. All right, guys, what was the movie that at least 4 people in this movie were in by the same director and writer that also starred Burt Reynolds? What movie? This movie has. What? That was pretty good. I thought I rescued it in there.
A real wordsmith you are.
This movie stars at least 4 members of the cast of a movie by the same writer and director.
Who you already named.
Who also, Wes Anderson. And Paul Thomas.
And did I mention there's a robot?
Paul Thomas Anderson, is that right? Yeah, I fucking got it. All right, guys. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. We'll talk about this later, and then you'll be like, ah. All right. Let's go to Dr. Jason. What did you say?
Boogie Nights.
All right. And Dewey Cops.
Tango and Cash.
Ooh, good guess. Vinny, no fucking clue. Cataldo.
Just like my name. No fucking idea.
No fucking idea. Well, that's right. It was Boogie Nights. It's hard to name them all. Louis Guzman, Julianne Moore,
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Okay, got the rest of them later. All right, that's fine. All right, guys. Question number 2 will also, of course, be about the movie
Steel Magnolias.
All right, guys. In the movie Steel Magnolias, what was the nickname of the man who the little rapper kid said committed the murder? What was the nickname of the man found in a closet?
Can tell you exactly why that kid does not have a record contract, because that rapping sucked.
What was the nickname of the man? I guess I should say that differently, right? The man who committed that murder and put the guy in the closet, which really actually wasn't revealed, but I think I know who it is.
Okay.
Right? We'll talk about it
Okay.
in the movie, but I actually do think I know exactly who it is, and I'll tell you why later. All right. We need that nickname there. Dewey Cops, what you got?
Dr. Bang Bang.
Oh, that's pretty good. Vinnie Cataldo, what did you say?
The Worm.
All right. Oh, wait, that might be correct. Hold on. Jason Aylesworth.
The Worm.
It was the Worm. Big worm, big worm.
Or Dr. Bang Bang, which was a movie that I saw about 4 minutes of earlier today when I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
the Blinders, right?
Yes. It's all connected.
I
Just like this
thought so.
movie.
Damn it. Great to have. Okay, guys. Let's go. Here we go. The next question will, of course, be about the movie Magnolia. This one's pretty easy, guys, but I think I'm going to go with a quote from the movie by our good buddy Frank the Tank. Are you ready for this? All right. Finish this quote as soon as I find it. Let's see. It's in my notes. It's in my notes. It's in my notes. It's in my notes.
4 score.
Sorry, guys. This actually does. It'll come across great later. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be great. Where the fuck is that? Sorry, guys. I don't prep for this. You guys know that, right?
Well, it's not a colonoscopy.
Yeah. Shit. I guess I didn't write it down. I thought I did. All right. Well, I guess I'll do a different question. Sorry about that, guys. That was a fucking waste of time.
It wouldn't have been easy for me. You already know that.
All right. No, I got it now. All right, guys. Question number 3 will, of course, be about the movie Magnolia. And in this movie, Frank, who is a real feminist, is giving a speech And he says, respect the cock. Take the what? Says this more than once. Take the cock. Oh, no. Respect the cock. Take the what?
I thought it was tame.
It is tame. That was a typo.
Okay.
Respect the cock. Tame the... Yeah, because it's illegal, though.
You can't just take it unless, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to give it away or anything.
If you want the woman, you just take the woman.
Is that a Cheech and Chong bit?
No, that's Three Amigos when he's talking to El Guapo.
Okay, I've never seen that movie.
Who would it be that you were turning 40? All right, guys. Vinnie Cataldo, what you got, man?
Well, I went with my gut and I said sock, but that crossed out and wrote shock, but I know it's not
Okay.
right.
All right, that's very good. Very good guess. Jason?
Tame the cunt.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. And
LeBron, don't listen to your dad.
Yeah.
and
Trust me, he's a sailor. He's worse.
but in the UK, this is a completely appropriate thing to discuss.
that's true.
All right, Gage, what you got?
I crossed it in my notes. I have it right on my notes, but I put tame the pussy. But it's tame
I
the
am
cunt.
sorry. It is the cunt, actually.
It's supposed to be no pussy has 9 lives is the other one.
That's right. Okay, I like it. I like it. All right, guys. Here we go. What? Question number 4. Jason with 3, Vinnie with 1, Gage with 0. What is in the movie? What is the actual name of the longest running quiz show in history? What's the name of the longest running quiz show in history? Must get this exact, by the way. Must get this exact.
Do you have any milk? Do you have any milk for me with some ice cubes?
Why?
That's what Luis says on his way onto the stage.
Oh, he does. Yeah,
2 ice cubes.
that's so funny because he didn't even answer any questions. He was literally just there to start shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why he was there.
Maybe
that's
so.
what you need for kids.
Jason, what you got?
What do kids know?
All right, Gage.
The Price is Right.
Vinnie.
What do kids know? Can't really got him left hand on.
Oh, very good. All right, guys.
I took it as a real question.
One of my last questions, or this is my last question here. Question number 5. We'll have Jason with 4, Vinnie with 2, Gage with 0. This will, of course, be about the movie Magnolia, guys. All right, guys. Here we go. In the movie Magnolia. Let's see here. Sorry. Okay. This one's tricky. Here we go. In the fuck me in the butthole. I'm sorry, guys. In the movie Still Magnolias, what was the name of Julia Roberts' character? What is the first name of Julia Roberts' character? Da-da-da-dee-doo-doo-doo. In the movie Still Magnolias, what's the name of Julia Roberts' character? All right, Gage, what you got?
Tinkerbell.
Okay. Vinnie Cataldo?
I said Claudia.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Jason?
I went with Vivian.
No, those are all incorrect. I actually can't remember what it is, but I know all those are. Oh, Shelby, right? Got it. And it's Shelby. Speaking of Peaky Blinders, very good. Oh wait, y'all didn't get that right. Sorry. All right, guys. Well, that basically takes us over to Eric's
Magnolia features a soundtrack heavy with songs by Amy Mann. Prior to her critically acclaimed solo career, she was the lead singer for a 1980s new wave band, which had a top 10 hit in 1985. You will tell me either the name of that band or the name of that top 10 single. No bonus points for getting both.
Walk like a man, talk like a man. You can turn that fan back on. I was an idiot. It's fucking hot.
Fucking A.
Like a man, my son. Okay, guys, here we go. Vinny, what you got?
Read my name right there. Read it right there.
No fucking clue. All right, Jason.
I said, Eric owes me 3 hours for this shitty movie.
What?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
That is correct. Gage?
Minute work.
Minute? Where did they work? What minute?
I can't get to sleep. I'm sorry, you are all incorrect. The name of the band was Till Tuesday with their top 10 hit in 1985, Voices Carry.
I was born a year later. I don't know.
Are you trying to tell me you don't know any music prior to the year you were born, or is that just an excuse?
I believe him.
I wasn't born for another 20 years. Are you kidding me?
Guys, that puts us in a very easy predicament to sort out. Vinny, you did not win today, but you can bask in the fact that you also did not get the most questions wrong today.
Once.
Yeah, you did not. No, but you can sit back and relax and realize you did not lose today's game. You didn't win, but you didn't lose. All right, Jason, you've got 4. So that, oh no. Yeah, that's right. Jason, you've got 4. So you sit back and relax, and let's see if Gage can now answer Sean's super hard question to win it all or go home a loser.
It's time for Sean's questions, the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
Gage got 2 categories: sexy time collabs, dropping the hammer.
Sexy time collabs.
PTA, or as he's known to the rest of the world, Paul Thomas Anderson, also directed the 1997 classic Boogie Nights. Magnolia and Boogie Nights share many actors. Exactly how many do they share?
God, you should have chose the other question.
I almost said that number.
Well, what you were saying was wrong. I will say that.
Well, you can shut the hell up.
And he still put what you said.
No, I said around 4.
Well, that is not correct. So Jason wins.
Oh. Yay, Jason.
How many was it? 5?
Thanks for asking, Jarrett. It was actually 12.
12?
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, you got to think like William H. Macy and all of them. Yeah, they're all. It's the whole cast.
The whole cast.
Philip
He just kept
Seymour.
everybody there. Yeah, just kept everybody there, like Tyler Perry. You know, just keep them all on site and shit. Well, Jason, congratulations, and congratulations on your 3rd and first ever 30 attempts flat. We appreciate that. Vinny, you couldn't pull out a win today, but you certainly did a lot better than you usually do. And of course, Gage Stricklin, big old goose egg, and thank you for the gifts. If you want to stick around and watch us open those, just hang out on the chat. And if not, listen to this later. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Could not do this without you, and I absolutely mean that. Give it up for all of our players tonight. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Heave ho.
Let me just ask her.
What'd you call me?
Heave it ho.
She probably does actually just want us to start, but I'll just make sure. Even if she's okay, yes, she said yes, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Thank you very much. You know what I just realized? We had that VO done. That's when I was trying to make the show quicker. when we went into this
Oh.
season. You're like, man, let's just get in,
Remember
get out.
that?
People like Amy's husband want this to be shorter,
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
and it's too difficult. It's
There's
absolutely
just
too
too
difficult.
much good stuff to shove in there.
We're too funny, I think, is the problem. And so once the ball gets rolling downhill, there's no way to get that horse back in the barn, you know?
Yeah, that's
What?
just it. That's the horse. What happened?
Mhm.
The
There was the snowball
so there's
and a
this
horse farted.
right? So they lost their ball.
Yeah, I think they lost their ball in
Yeah.
a cave.
Why do they only eat turkey? Welcome everybody to Jarrett
trying to
Goes to the
finish it.
Movies, and man, we're glad you guys are here. This is great. This is our first recording in the year 2022, which is exciting. Eric, yeah, 2020. Eric is remote tonight with a little bit of a COVID expose.
Oh, God, everybody, Jarrett.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Everybody's got the COVID right now.
My
It's
niece
just-
was in the hospital last night. Spent the
Oh,
night in the
no.
hospital.
I'm sorry to hear that,
No.
man.
Is she okay?
Yeah, I saw him pull up today while I was trying to jumpstart my car, and yeah, she seems to be doing better. But they couldn't get her after a couple breathing treatments. Couldn't get her settled, and so had to admit her. And it's a whole big freaking thing, man.
Oh no,
That's
man.
scary.
Anybody else get my car, jumpstart my car? Nobody.
Because you don't jumpstart a car.
Oh, so Zoe now then has it as well, right?
Yeah.
Man, goodness gracious.
I mean, Ray Charles fucking saw this coming when they went to Disney World for Christmas break and unvaccinated all of them. So didn't surprise me even a little bit. That
Man, I wish I got that reference. I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
The blind.
what that Ray Charles could see it coming.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Right. I got it now. All right. You know, I mean, yeah, it's like I said this to somebody the other day. It's like, if you put it in perspective, it's like basically, you know, when this was really, really bad, like say last February, it was rampant everywhere, right? And everybody's just like, oh my God, everybody has it. And I probably knew like at any given time, 2 people that had it, you know? And whether it be really bad or mild or whatever. But now it's like I easily know 30 people.
Absolutely.
that have it.
Especially right now after
Yeah.
the Christmas break.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it over Christmas,
Mhm.
thankfully, right before. But I've already gotten teachers since I'm subbing. I've gotten
Mhm.
teachers texting me, I've got COVID. I can't go back until Monday or Wednesday the 12th or whatever.
What are they doing for teachers now? Is it 5 days or is it
I don't
10, or
know.
you
Now
don't
that
know yet?
everything's
Yeah.
new and changed, which
Right.
is crazy to me. I don't work for the CDC. I was about to say CFC,
Right.
but it's the 5 days thing. I'm not so sure about it.
CDC says just pray about it and whatever your heart feels.
They also now
is
say
what you can do.
Wipe back to front. So
I think they say basically if you slap your grandma, you're good. You know?
Back
Just-
to front. Why would you go back to front? Because you want to smear it all over everything?
that's a joke.
Back to front. Back to the front. You will
Front
do
to back.
what I say when I say back to the front.
You
You servant, you blind man.
is that Striper?
That's a Metallica song, actually.
You didn't let me finish. Is
Oh.
that Striper? Which I know it's not, but I'm pretty sure that's a Metallica tune.
Yeah, it's Metallica.
Thanks.
Front. I think that song is actually about wiping.
It's about Lars's shitty drumming on Saint Anger.
Why does it's not that his drumming is shitty on that album.
I guess that's true. Hey, why didn't either one of you dickheads? Hey! Why didn't either of you dickheads respond to my text message of that guy who had a toilet shaped like Lars Ulrich?
Oh, is
That was a
real?
while ago. It was real.
All over the place now. It's like everywhere.
What is that?
I don't know. I guess it's like you can take a poop and feel like you're sitting in his lap, and if you put the plunger in there first, it's like a simulator.
And then if you have a bidet, it's like he's spraying cum all over your ass.
spraying just the thinnest cum.
I don't
everywhere.
think I got this text.
Yes, you
well,
did.
basically, it's like there's a mold of. Is it Lars Ulrich? Is that the point?
I'm pretty sure.
It's this mold of, and like it's like feet and everything, and then you just basically, when you're sitting on the toilet, it's like you're sitting in this guy's lap.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and so
if you could have a toilet of any person, who would it be?
Can I just not have? Could I have it be like a dragon or something? You know, like that.
Ow!
What?
You can imagine.
Yep. Oh yeah, because he's got drumsticks and everything. It is him.
Goodness gracious,
man! It's just like he's got elephantitis of the nuts, and you're sitting on his balls.
Oof.
It's nice that he's holding his dick back away from your back, though.
I think he's just holding his shirt up so he doesn't pee.
Yeah,
on
there's
it,
something there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
his pubes are shaved. That's exciting.
Speaking of shaved pubes, how are you feeling today after Ben Roethlisberger's final home game of his illustrious raping career?
Feel pretty good about the football thing. I was supposed to take Jack to that game. We actually had tickets and everything. COVID being so out of control, and Dave, my tour manager, already having it again since we had it the first time.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then Jack having not had it yet, I just didn't really feel like it was the safest, smartest thing to do. So during the game, I felt, and Jack's been awesome about the whole thing, but I felt a little bit of guilt and, whether or not I should have been there and all of that. But I feel like we all make the best decisions we can make based upon, the time and what's going on in our lives. And I think it was the best thing to do. So it definitely helped my anxiety over the weekend. But yeah, I enjoyed the game very much. It was great to see him go out the way that he did. Just the fact that, if anybody didn't watch it, you can probably find like a synopsis of the last 2 minutes. It's pretty incredible. They basically didn't need another touchdown. They should have, it basically needed a first down, but Najee Harris just went to the end zone, and they ended up getting the ball back. So he got to kneel it down, which, as he said at the end of it, is the everybody's favorite play in football. When you get to kneel down and down the ball, it means you've won. So, won his last game at home with the Fury, and
he really bent the Browns over a bathroom sink last night.
He really
gave it to him.
Yeah, he really raped the ball up and down the field, and it was something special to watch. But
split it right down the middle.
I sports cried. He literally did. He walked around the entire stadium, high-fiving the front row, the entire fucking stadium. He stayed out there. Then his family came out, and all this. It was touching, and a nice career, and a guy who, despite making some mistakes in his life, and again, I'm definitely not excusing anything he did, and I actually don't really know what the circumstances of that are. He was great for the city of Pittsburgh and for that team, and I appreciate the 2 Super Bowls, because that obviously puts us still ahead of the Cowboys in Super Bowl rings.
That's right, and only barely ahead in accused rapes.
There's no fucking way there is no way that is true at all. Just Michael Irvin has the fucking league fucking high on that shit.
Talk about sports records that'll never be broken.
And that's
he
just
breaks his own records.
That's
still.
not even women. That's rookies.
Get in here.
But yes, thank you for asking. It was a very nice end to, and we still have a shot if we beat the Ravens next week and Jacksonville beat the Colts. We're in the playoffs, so pretty insane thing. I know the running back coach for the Jaguars, and I did that thing where I go, "Hey man, I realize this is like somebody asking me to play the song Soho on Jimmy Fallon, which Soho is like this deep cut off of our first record, so it's like, hey man, when y'all are on Jimmy Fallon tonight, can you play Soho?" It's like, it's just a stupid thing to fucking say, to me.
Sure.
Because obviously we're going to play the single. So I go, I realize this is like you asking me to play Soho on Jimmy Fallon, but could you guys just go ahead and beat the shit out of the Colts for me or whatever? And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm a fucking asshole. Anyway, I did the Jarrett thing and made it really funny. And he just answered back and said, bro, doing my best.
Doubt it.
Trying to get one more win, out of the thing.
Ask him how Urban Meyer is while you're at it.
That's probably a sensitive subject since that's who hired him. But hopefully he gets to stay. He's been, started out in Cincinnati, went to Detroit, went to LSU, and now at Jacksonville, I think just ready to find a home for a while. I think, moving around with a wife and 3 kids is, and especially when you work in a button factory, One day my mom came out to me and said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no.
I do wish I just had a little camera view inside that noggin of yours as the squirrels fight over the wheel. You know how they'll do that, or and
do you know that I don't think there's not really many people in my life that haven't said that exact same sentence to me at one time. Just one glimpse into that. I wish I knew why that shit popped into my head. And I hope as I get older and I start to forget shit, I hope I don't lose the ability to just turn anything into some kind of random bullshit fucking conversation.
I think you're going to be that really old man on your deathbed, just singing random jingles,
rattling off shit.
You're going to be mid-sentence about this historical moment in your life, and you're just going to scream about Folgers.
I'm just fucking I cannot fucking wait.
It's the best part of waking up.
It's Folgers in your cup. Oh man!
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder.
I've never sat and wondered before.
Yeah.
I hope you dance.
Now you guys know this, right? And this happens on like every movie and every show or whatever. And they filmed some guy that like went somewhere for the specific reason to sit in a fucking field and sit and wonder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, the fuck did I wouldn't what is the motivation? And then how do you know how long to sit there?
And there's bugs, and it's hot, or it's windy. Oh, there went my napkin.
Let's discuss this, actually. Let's discuss sitting in the grass.
No.
Never in Texas, right? Like that. Like
itchy.
People that go on picnics and shit.
No.
It can't be done in this state, I don't
They're just showing off. If you go for a picnic, you're either a grade A, class A dickhead, or you're just trying to prove something to somebody.
I like the idea of it, but you're right. In Texas, not a good. Maybe like Colorado, you go on a hike and you bring something to eat and you make a picnic.
Yeah, on a big rock or some shit, but not sit in the grass. I used to take my girlfriend, the one that broke my heart in high school, and we used to go on picnics, but we would sit on the tailgate of my truck. It was fucking great.
Oh, sure.
Had a great time.
On the grass. It's too itchy.
No, they're sitting in the grass is such bullshit. And here's the thing. In Texas, you can get chiggers. There are snakes. There's stink bugs.
It's
wombats.
No-see-ums, which, by the way, I think I did you. Or is it you that didn't even know that there such thing existed? Was a no-see-um? And did I tell you about that? Or is that
I feel like that's true.
Yeah. You know, no-see-ums are a real fucking thing. It says it on the deal of off. Did you know that?
Yeah. I didn't know that.
That's the shit that bites you, and you're going, man, are you guys getting bit by bugs and you can't see anything yet? They're actually called no-see-ums. And this is a condom, Eric. Use it. Now, the
why didn't you tell me that two kids ago?
Roadhouse.
Oh, because I would miss Greer's fucking hair every Wednesday night. It's my, but I will say,
did you think about Eric's dick because you were talking about no-see-ums?
No, I've seen his wiener. It's a good one. It is.
Good for you.
By the way, we did have a night out. The 26th, we did our annual Wii bowling tournament with just our little crew and over at Dennis's bar. That's Casey's stepdad, and we drank champagne for about 9 hours, and then I just decided it was a great idea to go out and meet a friend. And my wife, I didn't want me to, but I was like, I bet you really don't give a shit deep down. So this is super funny until the next day, by the way, when she actually did give a shit if I went out after drinking 9 hours to it. But anyway, as I'm leaving, I'm like, who's coming with me? And Derek's like, I'm fucking going. And Gary Price like, I'm fucking going. So anyway, we ended up at our third bar. Gary's already gone home. Me and Derek sit at this third bar at the bar with this friend who I've actually only hung out with one time ever. He's a former neighbor and just a good dude. I'm not going to say who it is, but anyway, I, of course, talked him into, we started just talking about dicks, which is so normal. And I start doing the thing. My dick is so small and I'm doing the thing or whatever. Then I'm just like, and then I talking to Derek and Derek's talking about his, and and then, when we turn, like we're going to fucking unleash on you because you've been sitting there quiet way too long. Right. And anyway, turns out this dude has a photo of himself. And this thing, it's the biggest wiener I've ever seen in my life. Like, it literally looked like Lamar Odom's arm.
Whoa.
Yeah, I am not kidding. It was insanely huge. And so I'm telling that story when we're over there at New Year's over at Amy's, and it's just like a few people over. And Ashley Fisher hears me tell her, she goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Oh, we're just talking about this where we got this guy to like show us this picture of his huge, enormous dick." And she goes, "You just asked some stranger to see his dick?" And Gary Price goes, "I guarantee you he would ask any stranger to see a picture."
I'm surprised that he just has a picture on his phone.
He told me that he took it to share. It was actually a very nice photo. He's like,
his grandmother had just died.
I see.
And so the last thing that on her deathbed, she said, her final wish. Hey, do you have a bed of music you can?
Yeah, I can play music. Okay, yeah, I got you.
I want you to always have a picture of your naked self.
All right, what did she say?
She was laying there. The cancer had ravaged all of her body, but none of her mind. And as the family gathered around, to say their final goodbyes, she lovingly clutched her rosary, her Bible, the Quran, and she looked neighbor X in the eye, and she said, whispered, with all of the strength she had left, "Always carry a picture of that schlong wherever you go, whatever you do." And I think that was really impactful to him. You can kill the bed now. But I think that was really impactful in his life. And I just think it's kind of a testament to the power of, I don't know, family, faith.
I have to agree. I have to agree with that. I think that was good. But yeah, we had a good New Year's and it was a good time. And Eric, now I haven't seen you since, Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas?
Since the Titanic went down, for those of you who don't know.
Right. Yeah. And the band played.
On. Yes, Christmas was fine. New Year's was fine. Everybody's sick. Everybody's getting, whatever. But the kids enjoyed it. The kids got all the presents that they wanted. And we had a good time. And we were obviously honoring the birth of our dear Savior on that most holiest of nights. And then New Year's, we played Mario Party here at the house with the children.
Yeah, that's a good game. Fun.
Kicked their fucking ass, and they act so surprised every time. Like I haven't been playing video games for 40 years. And Mario Party's easy to play. It's made for kids. Those games are easy. Kick their fucking ass. So hard.
They never saw it coming.
The only time I ever lose is when they give away these bullshit bonus stars at the end. Like I've got 5 stars, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, here's a star for the person who landed on the most red spaces. Here's the bad luck award. And they'll just like give it to Zoe. And then here's the award for the person who rolled the fewest numbers on the dice. Oh, here's another one for Zoe. And so now all of a sudden she wins over some bullshit, even though I won 14 of the 15 mini games that we played throughout the whole thing. So small bone to pick with the game developers on that end. But I mean, I think to answer your question, yeah, Christmas was great.
I think that's pretty similar to our game 5 questions, right? Where you answer a question at the end and you didn't do shit. You just fucking won, you know?
Yeah.
And there's literally no real rhyme or reason to that.
I never thought about it that way, but yeah, that's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah,
but
didn't shit. Like, I feel like Gage was playing for that question tonight, by the way. Y'all will hear this later. But I'm almost positive that he tried a strategy of getting nothing correct. And then, you know, because either that or he didn't watch the movie and he didn't want to tell us. You know?
Well, it's playing to your opponent, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going up against someone great, you might as well just try to get into the finals and steal it.
Well, you gotta wait for that anyway. Amy, well, I know how your holidays went, but you're better after COVID. Any lasting COVIDity?
No, I lost my taste and smell for a little bit, but that's the only thing I had. And of course, I got COVID when it was the good old 10-day isolation.
Yeah.
And then right after that was done, CDC was like, just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's make it 5.
Me too. I had COVID when COVID wasn't cool as well.
Yeah, now it's a cool thing.
And yeah, it's so hip now to have it.
But I was still testing positive after 7 days.
Well, that's the thing, right? And that's Casey's been trying to
None of y'all know what COVID sounds like on vinyl, though, like I do.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Casey has entered the building.
Oh man, yeah, it's very, very true. This nobody knows what to do, and I didn't mean for that to rhyme. I just can't help it. That's how fucking good I am. We're glad you're feeling better. Glad you got better in time to hang out with us for the holidays. What a weird time. What a
Wild and wacky stuff.
Well, that is really wild. Hi, baby.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Casey was dealing with a 9-year-old.
Back to school tomorrow, so trying to have to cut his mullet into a more.
Oh, did he get a haircut?
Defined mullet.
Oh,
that's what he
you
wants.
did a more mulletier mullet.
Yep.
Is that why you wanted me to come out there to look at his hair?
No.
Did he get the?
No, talk about it.
You're not going to tell him.
I'm not allowed to.
I know, but just like
I can't.
You bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
I'm over Milwaukee.
Hey, this is true. She actually fucking does it.
No, me either.
She got me. I swear to God, she was like, you could give me a map of the United States and I wouldn't be able to put the states. And I'm like, bullshit. Everybody can do that.
I might be able to get 8.
I think I got like 13 or 17.
Yeah.
That is bullshit. I can fucking do. I bet I
you've
could do.
been to all of them.
True, but that doesn't
You
matter.
had to travel the fucking across the country with a map and a horse and like.
Yeah. And a wagon.
Yeah, I had a Garmin in my first car. Like
Garmin.
I fucking.
Well, there used to be a river run right through this area.
Oh, hey, Kidney Kate, how you doing?
That was the voice that I
Let's
had
change it
running
once
my
again.
GPS in my car. I went from Georgia to California one time on a trip, and someone said, "Wow, you went all the way across the country." And I said, "Almost," and they said, "Nope."
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. Like back then,
I'm like, I didn't see no ocean anywhere.
Traveling back in the day, where you honestly, I mean, the only way that you could figure out how long it was going to take you to get some, it's so fucking crazy. But you would literally take how many miles it is,
Absolutely.
and you would times that by the speed you're going to go, and like average shit in.
You
And
would divide it.
The first time, whatever the fuck, god damn it!
I did have MapQuest before.
Yeah,
that.
I had the
We
printed
definitely
out
didn't have that
MapQuest.
shit. The first time we went to New York, we had no idea it was going to take us 26 hours to get there. No fucking clue.
You just
And
type
we
it in.
definitely didn't know the first time we went to LA that when we were halfway there, we'd be in El Paso, Texas.
No, still be in Texas.
Yeah. No clue to that shit. But yeah, it's well, babe, I'm glad that you got his mullet. I gotta see this mullet. Did you take a picture?
He'll come up. You know, he'll come up here.
Okay, cool. Well, I actually got a text from Ted Filistetti. I believe it was yesterday. And Ted Filicetti, friend of the show, brother of Rob Filicetti of Bowling for Soup.
Sorry, it's
Ted,
in Wisconsin.
Ted Filicetti, the is also the singer for Don't Panic. Hi, Greer.
Oh, good night,
Oh,
Dad.
good night, Greer.
Good night, Greer.
Oh, she can't hear it.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, they're saying
Good
good
night,
night to
Claire.
me.
Good night.
Good
Sweet
night,
dreams.
Night, night.
Is it sleepy time?
Greer.
Oh.
I love you, sweetheart.
Good night,
Even if
Dad.
you do look like Art Garfunkel.
Yeah, but I like it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Has Kelsey been in the same room with Art Garfunkel when you guys were in a fight?
Okay, it's crazy you say that.
Oh man, where were we? We were talking about something.
Ted.
Ted.
Milwaukee is
Felicity.
in.
I know, but
Mili-
not
No, you said
Milwaukee.
Ted said he goes, "Hey man," which is really funny because I know I've said this on this show. I know we've talked about it on Rockstar Dad and just in general, but he goes, "Man, I just went to Walmart. Did I miss something? Is the mullet back?" And I go, "Yeah, you missed something like 8 months ago. Like this shit is rampant." Casey and I went to the Choctaw Casino one weekend. And at the Oklahoma casinos, basically at midnight, all of the 18-year-old kids come in because they can actually gamble there. They just can't drink. And they
Maybe I should go up there around midnight.
every single one of these kids has a mullet. And I'm like, just turn it on baseball once, every
Oh yeah.
Casey's uncle has a mullet now. It's
Oh no, he does not have a mullet. He's got the opposite. He's got the long hair with the shaved on the bottom.
Oh yeah, but still it's like long in the back, and he does the thing where he puts it up into a ponytail just for like a few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he takes it. I used to do that shit all the time. Tom Cruise does it in this movie we're talking about today.
Lord.
Oh yeah,
Sean,
he does.
Sean, you said you had an amazing Christmas.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Everybody got what they wanted.
Yep.
What did you get?
I got my fucking iPad finally.
Got a fucking iPad.
Yay.
Yep. Got an iPad, got a lens that I've been wanting.
Yep. All right. What'd you get for the lady?
A bunch of like
White Diamonds perfume.
no
Red Door.
Elizabeth Arden.
My
like
mom
those
wore Red
big
Door.
like 8-inch figure like toys like
8-inch what?
Yeah.
Continue.
Like
Oh
the
my god!
collector.
Wait a minute. What are
You
you
said
talking
8-inch
about?
toys.
a bunch of like
Jesus Christ,
Halloween.
Jesus, how many holes?
I just got her a bunch of toys. Yeah.
All right. Well, no, I like that. That's good. Good. And she opened up them in front of your parents.
Oh yeah.
His mom's like, I've got that one too.
Oh, let me show you a few
Yeah.
things.
Let me show
It
you
took
the
me-
hidden
It
features.
took me a while to work into this one.
But luckily
Work it into
Work
me.
it into me. Whoops. That was the first mistake.
Oh man, well, I'm glad you had a good holiday. New Year's was good.
man, I was in bed by 9:30.
Wow, that
Good
is
for you.
insane. We are at this point now in our gang. I feel like we used to do the thing. At least I know I used to do this with the older kids, but I feel like we used to do this with our kids where we like make them celebrate a couple hours early.
Oh heck yeah.
And it's just like, hey, it's New Year's in the middle of the ocean right now. Y'all come count this shit
We
down.
did that last year when it was just the four of us.
Yeah. But this year, the kids got to stay up the whole time and then go out and do sparklers and stuff, and they had a great time. And then our child, which we did stay over at y'all's house
I got home at
till
2.
like 2. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it was a late one.
he slept until 11.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was glorious.
My little one has been sleeping in a lot lately. It's been great.
That's gonna suck some ass tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Oh,
is going to
boy.
be awful.
Not gonna enjoy that. Are you subbing tomorrow?
No, but Thursday I'll be there.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, and Happy New Year. I'm glad that we're starting another year of, well, not really starting another year. You know what I mean. It's another, whatever the fuck it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Motherfucker, you know how to spell it.
No numbers.
I do have some news for you guys. and this is pretty good. All
You're
right?
pregnant?
I am not. We are now number 111, down 13 spots, which is good on Apple Podcasts USA.
USA.
Yeah, a lot of people died over Christmas, right? So
a lot of people died.
maybe some of the other podcasts just kind of.
They still had episodes in the can, though.
Saying like,
Yeah, this one not as impressive. Number 91 in Australia. I feel like what do they got like 94 of them?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, at least we're not last.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, if you're not first, you're last. Well, that's not true. You could be like 87, 88, 91. It's totally fine.
92
big day
even.
today, guys. This is a big day. Big day. It is Woody Chambers' birthday, everybody. Woohoo! All right, guys. Now, before we get into talking about how the show exists and all that stuff, we do have some gifts to open. Now, for the record, I would like to say that Casey took care of the shopping for both of us, as his tradition, for basically all things, including Mother's Day, Father's Day, all days. And she's the goddamn best. So Sean and Amy's presents are not here yet.
Yeah, Eric's is.
Eric's
so that's funny.
is. And I have seen it. It is tangible. But Eric is not here. So hold on, guys. Let's take one quick little break. Let me see this thing.
That looks so good.
That looks awesome, dude. Feel good? I bet it feels good to have that hair off your neck.
Do you have some news to tell Daddy?
I'm dead.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of right?
Left. Wrong.
So what's the opposite of
bright?
Bright. Black. What? Dim.
Dark.
Dark.
What's the color of dark?
Black.
And what are things that are typically straight lines?
Stripes.
I got my black.
Yeah! Black Shade!
Good job.
Meaning he will test for, that means you are 2 away.
Level 3 brown belt.
Level 3 brown belt once you test. Next is black. He will be a black belt.
Wow.
Well, not really black belt.
I know,
A
but
black belt in training, so he'll be
it's
now,
black
then
belt.
he'll be 2 away from his first degree black belt.
It's a black belt, but it has a stripe on it. Yeah.
different colors, right?
Unbelievable.
It goes like from blue, green, red, and then
Yeah.
First degree.
brown, and then black.
Awesome. So proud of you, buddy.
That's so cool.
Your hair looks awesome.
Good night, bud.
Good night. I love you. All right, guys.
Still 90% sure I could kick his ass even when he makes black belt.
You have no idea. That kid has his mom's strength, and I'll say no more.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It'd be weird.
Okay.
But-
50%.
All right, guys. So it's Christmas time here at the podcast. And Sean, why don't you tell us, everybody, because you're the one, you were Santa Claus today.
Well, let's go with Gage's first.
Okay.
So Eric has 2 of his, and he's to open the square one first.
Okay, Eric, go ahead. Now, these are from Gage Stricklin. I'm sure Gage Stricklin and family.
The one that looked that one. That one. No.
Okay. Okay, Eric. Jesus Cristo. Okay, he's opening it up.
Good gravy. What?
Sean, can I get one of these while he's doing that? Thanks, buddy. The gravy?
A gravy boat.
Are you being serious?
Sound like my. I figured it'd be something. It's 365 berry veggie devos for boys
For boys.
That is so good.
with a very prominent pepino.
Here, hold on. Let's do this. Let's
Oh,
put
that's
you.
funny.
Wait, let's put you full screen, and then let's just get a screenshot of that. Can you do it, Sean, or you need me to? I got you.
Angle the top down just a little bit. You got to glare. There we go.
Got you. Here it comes. 1, 2, and got it. All right. Very, very
Oh,
good.
that's so good.
What's today?
January 4th.
All right. That is pretty awesome. Oh, you're going to let us know what it says.
If Jesus were here, how would he behave? He would be loving and forgiving. He would worship God with sincere devotion. He would serve other people, and he would always abide by the golden rule.
I just thought every day would say, "Let go of your ding-a-ling."
Boys, you're going to hell.
You just sounded like Inez is very proud of the pot she's made.
And this is Pedro.
This is Pedro. Pedro's had a long day at work today.
Well, thank you, Gage. And are we supposed to open the other one?
Yeah, go ahead and do the other
Yeah,
one.
do the other one, buddy.
Oh, y'all don't have one too?
We have one, but we're waiting on you. You're going
We're being
first.
one of those weird
Okay.
times. Everyone gets to stare at you.
Yes. Okay, I'm familiar with those. Make me want to knock people out.
Well, you know, LL Cool J.
Oh, yeah.
No way! One of the most intense nights of my entire life, where I heard someone screaming in the streets, and he did. That is a good gift, man.
Thank you, Gage. That is very, very nice. Appreciate it, buddy.
Isn't that one of the stories you say I was holding back on you or whatever?
Yeah, I had never heard
Yeah,
that.
I'd never told that one before. Along with is she sick?
Yeah, that was the one part that you were holding back.
Yeah, just the
You told us the
explanation.
princess.
Yeah, princess was good. Gage, that was awesome. Okay,
great gift.
Sean, does it matter who's next, or should we just go? Let's go Casey next, because I have one from Gage to all of us.
Okay,
so I'll do that one.
I really like the way that Gage signs his name, by the way. I was
wonder
confused.
What it?
Yeah, what could this possibly be?
It's a chalice.
It's in the shape of a chalice.
It's a flashlight, you know.
Oh my god! How can I compete?
Well,
with that
talk
thing?
to Sean's mom.
It's like fucking a flashlight. All right, what is it?
I don't know. I'm very
Oh my
excited.
god! Let's see.
Aww.
Oh my goodness! It's
It's
got her.
me!
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wow.
That's so cool. What is that?
That is cool. What does it say? I
Oh,
can't see it. It's
I like
clear.
it.
Do you
That's
just not want
really
to say it out
cute.
loud or some shit? I can't see it. The lights are really bad.
Yeah, it says
wine.
Wine. Yeah, like plus wine equals
wine.
Wine negative
Oh.
with a H, like wine.
Oh,
like
okay. Well,
wine.
that makes
Like
sense.
cheese and wine.
Yeah, man, that's good. It's good shit.
It has your
I like the little
face.
face on there. All right, Amy, you are next.
I am next.
Is she just doing her one from Gage now, or
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. You're a good rapper,
I'm very excited to
by the way.
fill that
Derek
thing
would
up.
approve.
Yeah, in February.
He was a professional rapper for JCPenney.
Yeah. Oh, Derek was. I forgot about that.
That is so good. It's a sticker. It says peace. It says placing evil assholes in cerebral exile.
Fuck yeah.
Of course.
Good. I love that. And also, it was in this really, really cool developed envelope. I like it.
Sean,
That is so cute.
I'm not going last on purpose, by the way. I just have these ones that I'm supposed to
Well,
open
yeah.
for all.
I
of us.
again have no idea what this could be. Like
Okay.
Casey.
I'm excited.
Oh, I see what he did. Gauge, and he draws a line through the
Yeah,
whole
that's
thing.
really
so he doesn't
cool.
have to
You got a
line-
flashlight with a handle?
Oh, that's cool because there's a line through everything. All right, here he is opening it up. Looks like a Stein. It is a Stein with Sean's caricature on it.
Silent Sean 316.
Oh,
Silent
that's
Sean
awesome.
316. That is a good one.
Good.
And I'll have to send Dave Pearson pictures of these because these are the characters
Yeah.
that
Yeah, those are cool.
David.
That's so
Dave-
cool.
Thank you, Gage.
Yes, that is awesome. I think I know. I just going by what Eric got. That that has to be what this is. It's not.
Oh,
It's a different color.
Oh,
wrong.
Oh boy. Oh no.
different varietal.
It's me. I'll hold it up in a second. It says, "I'm fucking famous," and it says, "But feel free to leave me alone."
That needs to be your airport shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I'm fucking famous.
Oh
everybody.
my God, that's awesome.
Oh, I love it so
That's
much.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gage.
Thank you.
Love this. Yes, thank you. What great. Oh, and then we got. Hold on. These are established in 1909, so hopefully they're still good. They are. Let's see what these things are. Oh, they're Doors candies. Can you enjoy delightful treat prepared with love? Okay, they're Doers Chews. Now, Doers will also get you drunk. I'm not sure if these have. He says, did anybody want to try one now? No?
What's in the middle?
Well, they're chewy.
I do.
Yeah, anyway, it looks like it's kind of like a taffy type situation. But anyway, kids and us will all like them. We got 2 boxes of these.
Nice.
Dang, that's cool.
Thank you very, very much, Gage. Thanks, Gage. Stricklin, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh,
He said he got a cricket for his birthday.
Man, those are the best.
All right. Now, once again, we have the presents from Sean here. Sean's presents from Casey and I did not show up, and neither did Amy. So we'll have to wait on those.
Part of Sean's here. All of Eric's is here. Amy's got pushed till the end of the month, and
Okay.
that's where
Right.
COVID got us this year.
Okay. Well,
And I'm bringing mine middle of February or whenever the fuck I see you guys again.
That's Amy show up.
When are you coming? Is there like a day, or you just don't know? And
I was
plan-
planning on being there today, and then the last 6 days happened, and it's just it's hard to. I don't really. So I was going to say, like, I'm almost to the point, kind of like you said. It's not really a matter of if; it's a matter of when.
100%.
And
that's not my quote. But yeah.
And for me, I feel fine with that. You know, I've done literally everything I can do to prepare for that happening at some point.
Right.
It's just the littles that can't get vaccinated and my dad, who I worry about more than anything. But even that's just, you know, I worry about my dad. I want him to be able to come down, and I don't want to get him sick. But it's not like he doesn't go shopping. It's not like he doesn't go, you know, so it's this whole nebulous, how
Back
many
to what I was
degrees
saying
of,
earlier,
you know,
you're making the best decision for you and your family at the time.
Yep,
And,
that's all you can do.
Do I, in hindsight, wish me and Jack would have just said fuck it and gone to that game after knowing the way that it went down? Of course I do. Do I regret it enough to fucking lay awake at night? No, because I know there'll be many more games with that. So you're doing the right thing. I didn't. So once you're in the clear, we'll see you back and we'll do the rest of these things. Casey, what did you get from Jonathan?
I don't know yet because it's still wrapped.
Okay, here we go. This is obviously, maybe we should do this before Christmas next
While
time.
she's unwrapping,
I know
look
we
at
always have to do it really late.
Santa's face. It looks like there's a turd coming out of a butt.
Oh, it does.
Okay, is it Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh?
Is it breakable? Because I'm bad at breaking things trying to open boxes.
She's so strong.
Nice. I got a
Oh,
Michael Scott.
yeah!
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
That's so
This
cute.
is my first Funko Pop, and I think they're super cool.
That
I've
is
never gotten one
awesome.
before.
Michael Scott, but it's like when he has his job before, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's the 80s version.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
Michael
that's what
Scott.
I mean.
Yeah,
Like where
his
he's
little
the
fanny
handshake.
pack.
where he's doing the handshake,
Yeah.
and they show that a lot during the series, right?
That's so
That
awesome.
is really good.
Thank you
That is
so
really
much,
good.
Sean.
You're welcome.
I have a friend that collects Funko Pops, like really collects them. There's a whole wall in their media room of like the Untouchables, right?
Yeah.
And my kids went upstairs to play one time, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna go check on them." She's like, "No, they're fine, they're fine."
Oh no.
Oh.
Jesus
I
God.
walked upstairs, and Henry had opened like 4 or 5 boxes. I think
Oh, no.
4 or 5 Funko Pops that were collectibles, and I'm freaking out. She was like, "It's okay, it's fine." And I'm on Amazon, and thankfully they were like, $10, $15
Reasonable.
a piece.
I
And so
better
I just
say.
ordered them
Yeah.
real quick, but they weren't the ones up top.
I was in barber
Oh.
school with this kid. That's like literally what he did to make money was just flipping Funko Pops on eBay.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I just fucking sold one for $800. It was crazy. Like,
I was
Wow.
terrified that they had a few. I mean, they do have a few that are way up top though, and he couldn't reach them.
The most expensive one I have, and I'm not really a collector, but the expensive one I have is worth about $350, and it's the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Good one.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that is a good
I
one.
I have one that's worth about $351. So
I have one, and I'm excited.
I've seen a couple of Jarrett Reddicks out there, and those are custom ones, so I'm sure they're probably not worth.
You don't
very
have
much.
one?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
I got one. as
even
a
Marco
gift.
has one, doesn't he?
I don't know.
No, like didn't someone make one of
I
himself?
think they did. Yeah. Okay. Amy,
Dang, that's cool.
you are
right.
next on the Jonathan scale.
Step. I'm gonna rip this.
Do you have one
butthole
from
with
Sean
the
too over there, Eric?
no.
Oh, it's over here. Never mind. Okay, what'd you get? She's excited. Something happened.
I love this so much.
I was worried that you might already have one.
I don't know how I don't. I have now a bathroom guest book.
Oh my god.
Coolest
Sign
fucking
in.
thing
That is
ever.
amazing and perfect.
I like this more than my wedding guest book. Oh my gosh, there's details.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have to. Okay,
More
there's
than my
all
wedding
these.
That is unbelievable.
There's all these questions to
Oh, you
answer.
can answer them?
Well,
Date
it's
of
'cause-
visit, time of visit, sign in, please, purpose of visit, length of visit, time spent gazing in mirror, thoughts during this visit, report card, bathroom doodle, bathroom activity bar graph, long time, a little time, or no time, sitting and thinking. Song that best describes this bathroom visit. More than feeling, push it. The sound of silence hurts so good, blowing in the wind. Good vibrations, ring of fire, or fill in the blank.
Oh my god.
It gives
I
people
cannot
something
wait
to
to
do
bathroom
in there.
doodle.
I
This is
know.
beautiful, Sean.
I legit was worried. I'm like, man, this might have to go to her master bathroom.
I'm actually a little worried
Just
about
say
yours
just
as
her-
well. So
Oh.
I think you might already have it.
All right, Sean, I'm going to do this now before you do Amy's. And here we go. Just so exciting presents, you know? Really, I'm a dad, right? And-
Right. We don't get excited.
Yeah, we don't really.
Because we've already know what's in there.
Well, I don't actually.
Oh,
with the-
well,
with the
Mom.
kids, yeah. Moms know everything. Okay. It's in a fancy bag, guys.
That is a fancy bag.
Oh, it's a wig of some sort, I think.
Oh God.
Could be a wig.
Is it a merkin? Is it a big merkin?
I did look at those, but I was looking at one for you, but the wait time was astronomical.
It is a.
Just open it up.
Gross.
Okay, I'll just open it up. Do I need to save the bag? You think?
No, bag has nothing to do with it. It's like a
Oh,
Ziploc,
don't
so you
use
don't have
your
to.
teeth.
Oh god, I saw a little
Yeah,
hair
the
pop
hair
out.
popping out already.
Oh, shit.
It's explosive.
Jared had wondered something a while back.
What did I wonder? What I would look like? Some
Who wrote the
certain
book
way?
of love?
Would I put it on now? Okay, it's got instructions.
Well,
Um,
open that whole thing up.
This thing?
No, well,
The thing
yeah.
in your hand.
The wig.
This thing.
Take it out of the net.
All right.
Wait a minute, is it missing?
No, it's got like a gold chain and stuff.
Oh, this is what also I was talking about.
Oh,
Is
I
that
got
a
a
rat
mustache. All right, so should I just put it all on?
Sure.
Okay. All right, y'all got to keep talking though.
I'm so confused. But I can't wait.
Is it a MacGruber?
Look at
Ooh, almost.
Uncle Rico.
You
Is it
look like a
Justin
beetle.
Bieber? Is it the Beatles? Is it Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber.
Is it?
He had wondered what he would look like with the handlebar, and this just happened to come with a wig.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, because I wouldn't let you. do
Yeah.
your mustache.
I want to peel this off. I think it's restickable.
I don't know.
We could
Yeah,
slap
we'll
something
figure
on
it
there.
out.
Anything is restickable if you're brave enough.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
I love
I
that
like
it came
the-
with a
I
beaver
like.
wig.
Yeah, I like.
It's kind
the-
of like Vinnie Cataldo hair.
Okay.
Should I just hold it up for now?
No, stick it on. I want to see it all together.
I'm
And
trying.
do you have a chain?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Give him
what's
the
with
chain.
the chain? So what did you search for to get this whole
Handlebar
getup?
mustache,
And
but this
is what
just came with
up.
a wig. I'm like, perfect. That's not going around anyone's neck.
Oh my goodness. Now you have to talk with the bees like the bumblebees.
He looks like my Uncle Lonnie.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's why I wouldn't let you have a handlebar mustache.
So this is why.
Oh my god, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Push the bangs down a little bit.
You look like you need to see a manager.
I don't know how you keep making it worse.
Yes. You also look like it has a little bit of a duck vibe.
I don't know. The baby.
Mike said Tiger Jarrett.
Looks so confused. This is the best thing that's ever happened, Sean.
I gotta not move this.
Smile, right? Like, why not?
Oh my god.
Brian. Oh my god.
One more time.
It's so good.
Oh, God.
Well, let's see if I actually did all committed to this.
Okay, that's a
Oh, look
Bob's Burgers character,
at
correct?
Woody. He said if this isn't in your country album cover, you're not winning. Oh, yeah, go get
It
a
looks
cowboy
like
hat.
it looks like a mug shot that would
Oh,
keep you
oh,
far
that's
away from
funny.
schools.
I'm gonna try to save this mustache,
Just put the little thing back on it.
and I'll wear it
Yeah.
around because my wife won't let me grow one. Yeah,
That's
okay.
true.
That's okay.
But I let you do all types of shit, really. Like,
Oh yeah,
you
you
know,
do.
not well, you know, like hang out with your friends and stuff and
Oh yeah,
go
that's
golfing
right.
and yeah.
I love it. I'm
God,
gonna be
that's
honest.
funny,
I think the
Sean.
wig is a big bonus.
I do too.
I'm super stoked about that. And it's got a weaving cap.
We're gonna have to work that into your new
into my
TikTok
repertoire. I'll just
career.
I'll just make it into a character. Hey, this could be my
Oh,
TikTok character.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, be good. Thank you.
Is that a thing? You have to have a character to be on TikTok?
I have to.
You just have to have that or an OnlyFans.
I'm just trying to.
I've got one.
I know you said, but I thought we were all gonna do guess whose feet and Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
What is it?
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Oh,
that.
that is his OnlyFans.
What am I doing? Guess
Of
whose
course,
feet?
it would be white.
Jarrett Goes to the Movies OnlyFans.
Oh, and it's pictures of all of them.
Sean.
Oh, and then what? Like the patrons or our.
They have to pay to see the pictures of our feet.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta fucking sell
Not
that
free
shit.
feet
over
yeah,
here.
no,
Free
we're not
feet.
giving free. Sean, you have something to open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if you already have it. I second guessed it this whole time, and it's a little
I'm
timely
gonna
joke,
be honest. I have to pee.
but not joke.
I need a beer.
You do? Oh, you don't have it. Okay, good.
Okay, what is it? Let's see. Oh,
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, it's Betty.
guys, it is the Betty White.
Oh, and
Chia
that was you got that
Pet.
before you
Got it
even knew.
before. Ah.
Derek came in like right after he found out about Betty White, and he goes, "That Chia Pet, is that Betty White?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Ooh." And I go, "Do not say that she just died." And he was like, "She
So
just
many
died."
people, including Jarrett, which the way you texted, I didn't understand what you were asking, but so many people texted me that day about.
I wanted to, but I didn't know how.
Oh no, meow! It
Literally same.
Yeah.
it sucked, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and what's weird is
Well,
we-
and I didn't know like if you knew how, like, you know, because
Yeah.
Derek was the one that was texting everybody about what I don't remember what he said, but
Well, I'm sure it was a trivia name.
yeah, it was awful. And
Yeah.
Casey was like, "And that's how I find out
Oh,
about
yeah,
Betty
that's right.
White."
That's
Yeah,
right,
well,
yeah.
I feel like I should figure out what exactly the.
But yeah, that's a good one. Well, that was a fun little Christmas.
Thank you,
Merry
Amy.
Christmas. Yes, thank you.
And you will get a
Brilliant.
revisit of that in mid-February when Eric is back on the show. Amy and Sean's gifts are in.
Friday at 1:21 p.m. This is like before there was anything but just TMZ. Like it was TMZ, then Derek that found out in the world. Betty White, more like Betty died. That's all I got. And then I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's how I found out that Betty White died.
Yeah.
Yep, and I didn't want to do that to Jonathan.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news.
Guys, I would say that this is early in the show to do this, but it's 8:51. I have to pee. When we come back, we will thank our Patreon sponsors really quickly and get into this movie Magnolia. Y'all hang out. We'll be right back.
We will return for the second half of Days of Our Lives in just a moment.
Tonight on Celebrity, they reach the top. But tonight, the secret they've kept hidden for 25 years will destroy them and the women who love them. Before it's over, one will kill, one will die, and only one will survive when the truth finally explodes. On the shocking conclusion of Celebrity, tonight.
Discover all you can see and do from Toronto's Best Western Carlton Place Hotel. Your host 7 days a week for only $22.50 US per person based on double occupancy.
This is an actual recording of the noise you've had to put up with on most AT&T long-distance calls all your life. And this is what it looks like. Now this, on the other hand, is a new U.S. Sprint line. See the difference? Twice as quiet thanks to fiber optics. And we're already the largest fiber optic long-distance company in America. So call now, find out more, and save with U.S. Sprint, where every fiber optic call sounds like you're right next door.
Discover the difference. Jim Donovan, Channel 3 News.
Why do I use Clorox bleach instead of bargain bleaches? It's better. Better quality. Look, Clorox filters out impurities most bargain bleaches leave in.
Only Clorox did something about splashing with its unique splash guard spout. No bargain bleach has it.
And Clorox gives you a choice, regular or fresh scent. Better quality.
Splash guard spout.
Regular or fresh scent. Make Clorox the better bleach.
I think there are three nevers to being a winning coach. Never let the press pick your starting quarterback. Never take a last place team lightly. And really, no matter what the score, never let them see you sweat.
That's what new Dry Idea aerosol is all about. Maximum control. It keeps you drier than the leading aerosol.
Everyone feels pressure. Winners don't let it show.
Dry Idea. Never let them see you sweat.
Professor, what's the greatest advance in the 20th century?
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap?
Sure, it's strong, it clings, it protects, even in a microwave. Moist, tasty, hot, wow!
Saran wrap. Nothing protects food better. Peggy Fox, would your glass cleaner clean lipstick without streaking?
I don't know.
Try Glass Plus. Mrs. Fox has never used Glass Plus before.
I think it's great.
Glass Plus cleans glass.
Plus, a whole lot more.
Now, perfect polished nails in seconds. Lee press-on nails in fashion colors. Press-on color, no messy polish. Press-on color, no drying time. Press-on color, no chipping ever. Lee press-on nails in fashion colors. Everything you need for longer, polished nails. Lee Superstick tabs and 20 Lee press-on nails in a variety of sizes. Available in a rainbow array of today's popular colors. So press on. Lee press-on nails now in fashion colors.
Milk it does. Hey, milk it does a body.
Milk it does a body good.
Pop it up. It's one to grow on.
Great before our frosty cold and furthermore.
It's full of what you're thirsty for. Ow. It is. It makes you feel good because it tastes so great. It really does a body good.
Pass it on.
Milk it does.
Milk it does a body good.
Milk it does a body good.
Pass it on.
Hey, you say you're getting tired of lettuce and tomato hamburgers in this town that don't quite make it? Yeah! You say that just once you'd like your hamburger hot and your lettuce and tomato cool and crisp all at the same time? Yeah! Well, I say you got it. I'm talking McDonald's new lettuce and tomato hamburger, the McDLT. I'm talking quarter pound of beef on the hot, hot side.
And the hot stays hot.
The new McDLT. Hot, hot. Crisp lettuce and tomato on the cool side. And the cool stays cool. The new McDLT. Cool crisp. The beef stays hot. The cool stays crisp. Put it together, you can't resist. The hottest taste, the coolest dish. Keep it hot, hot. Keep it cool, cool. McDLT. McDLT. Hot, beefy McD. Cool, crisp LT. McDLT. It's a good time. Hot, beefy McD. For the great taste. Cool, crisp LT. Of McDonald's. Could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever. New McD.
To learn more about the noted author of The Secret Garden and other children's classics, the Library of Congress suggests these books: The Secret Garden, A Little Princess, both by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and a biography, Frances Hodgson Burnett, by Phyllis Bixler. These and many other interesting books are waiting for you in your local library and bookstore. Visit them. They'll be happy to help you read more about it.
Knock, knock.
Monday.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
He's Major Dad. And he's a real scream.
Tuesday, an officer is shot.
Who helps cops when they're in trouble?
An extraordinary story of courage and caring on an all-new Rescue 911. On Jake and the Fat Man. McCabe and a kid targeted by the mob are stranded on a deserted island, and only Jake can save them. Wednesday.
From CBS News, this is Health Watch. If you're thinking of going to a tanning parlor this winter, think again. The reason, after this.
There's what inside this cold reliever? Liquid. New.
All right, guys, welcome back. Hey, this podcast is 100% funded and driven by our Patreon supporters, as I have been promising. Perks are on their way for everybody who was at the $20 level from April to November. The big one that was back ordered is back ordered again, but Kate, the MVP, and I are on that. But until then, you have 2 more coming. They've already been ordered, and I'm super stoked. They should be in and ready to ship very, very soon. So to get those perks, you just need to be at the $10 or $20 level, depending on what that perk is. So if you'd like to participate in those things going forward, the way to do that is go to patreon.com/JarrettGoesToTheMovies. And even for $1 a month, $5 a month, 10, whatever, there's always something you get. You help us, we help you. Am I right or am I right? We do have a new Patreon supporter. Jake Goldstein is in at the $5 level, guys. Jake now has access to the outtakes from every episode we've ever done. And that's insane. Also, to the first 20 episodes, which you cannot get online anymore. I'm not sure why anybody would want to listen to them.
Yeah, I thought those were gone forever.
But now, nothing. It's the internet, babe. Nothing's gone forever. Guys, this is a Woody Chambers happy birthday, Woody, and David Dooley production. Our producers are all at the $20 and up level, and they are Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pitsinger, Andy Smith, Angie Thorin, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris, the $12 million man Cranfield, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David the Original Murray, Dennis Hopp, Denny Chambers, Diana Wheeler, Diane freaking Small, Dom, Surfing Bird Petretta, Ernie, Soul Man McCracken, God damn it, Gage Stricklin, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Dr. Jason Aylesworth and Kidney Pete, Jay Palladino, Jeff Millman, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Josh Hanlon, Josh Millman, Joshua from Oh I Had That, Instagram and YouTube, MVP Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim Frosting on the Beater Murphy, Kirsty Fisher, that's Les Zaldor Zalewski, Lily Holohan, Lindsay Sponsor, Lisa Winston, Lucy Murray, Mandy Birch, Mandy Pretty, Melody Ortloff, Michael Price, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Philip My Cunt, Rodon James, Ray Elliott. It's a simple one this week, guys. Rich Osborne, Robert Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sarah the Undertaker DeAngelis, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom Murray, Trey Wren, Vinnie, no fucking clue, Cataldo, Wendy, what's the matter? Woody Chambers, and Sphehurst. Everybody, give it up for our amazing supporters. We honestly could not do this without you guys. You guys have managed to really keep this show going. We appreciate it. We do not do any outside advertising, despite there being offers for that kind of shit rolling around. We could absolutely do commercials. But why not keep it commercial free and make it your podcast? You guys are helping us to make it, so enjoy that ownership of such. Magnolia is the movie we're doing, 1999 drama. I had never seen this movie, and I remember I was coming out of a different movie one time and saw the poster for Magnolia, and I started writing the song called Magnolia, and I can still hear the chorus in my head, but I never finished it. And until this day, I still think about seeing that poster and never having seen the movie. Now, this one, I don't know if this is going to surprise you guys or not. 8 out of 10 on IMDb and 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. Pretty good, considering the fact that it didn't make a lot of money. I mean, the budget was $37 million, and it made $48 million. Yeah, so not crazy good as far as that goes.
I had a roommate, my old bass player Kyle, who was in the band Fashionable Male, Jarrett.
Right. Yes, I sang on a song, and my old merch guy was in that band. Eben. Yeah. Eben, I used to call him Eben Dando, but that's the singer for the Lemonheads.
Eben Flo, I believe is his name.
Eben Flo.
And when this movie came out, we were roommates, and I remember he got the DVD and would watch it, twice a month. And I remember, so I chose this one. I remember watching this back then and just remembering that it was long and interesting, but I didn't really remember anything about it, which is why I chose it to watch again. So I'll be curious to see what you guys thought of it. I didn't really remember what I thought of it. But it certainly, can you imagine just deciding, hey, let's have date night. Let's go to the movie first before we have dinner. And then you get there.
Yeah, way before they had dinner at the movie.
Yeah, and it's 3 hours and 15 minutes of your life.
This one is wacky in that it, you sort of see where it could end several times, or at least okay, we've got to be getting
crossing
to the
your
end,
fingers, oh, here we go.
Wrap it up.
But, yeah,
everyone's got fucking problems.
Yeah.
Now, Eric, you had seen this before?
Yes, I had.
All right, so let's just hear what this movie is actually about.
Over to Eric for his synopsis.
A young beautician newly arrived in a small Louisiana town finds work at a local salon where a small group of women share a close bond of friendship and welcome her into the fold.
This will not in any way hinder my ability to do good hair. And don't talk about me like I'm not here.
Man, I miss Olympia Dukakis.
Yeah.
Where you just walk around going, Shelby?
They did her what?
What?
They
Blush
did her
and
what?
bashful. It's my signature. Pink is my signature color.
They took a Duke on her caucus.
There we are.
Okay, right. Well, that went well. That was obviously still Magnolia.
An epic mosaic of interrelated characters in search of love, forgiveness, and meaning in the San Fernando Valley.
I like it. Yeah, this is I actually really enjoy movies like this. It's one of those things at first. It's like the first 20 minutes, you're just going, okay, I can't keep up. And they have a way of making it to where that's kind of just right. Where once you sort of catch on, you're starting to put things together. It's like, okay, well, wait. And this one is great because it's like until the very end, really, you don't know how everybody's tied in together. But yeah, it's definitely a fun and interesting watch. And we'll find out what you guys think. Let's get into this movie. There, Sean.
In the New York Herald, November 26, year 1911.
there is an account of the hanging of 3 men. They died for the murder of Sir Edmund William Godfrey, husband, father, pharmacist, and all-around gentleman resident of Greenberry Hill, London. He was murdered by 3 vagrants whose motive was simple robbery. They were identified as Joseph Green, Stanley Berry, and Daniel Hill. Green, Berry, Hill. And I would like to think this was only a matter of chance.
Man, I mean, that scene sets up one of those deals of you know, a few other things like that. And I'd heard that scuba diver story. Excuse me, the Patton Oswalt, you know, who actually is still, he survived it, which is crazy, but was out scuba diving.
Yeah, friend of the show, Patton Oswalt.
Right. But no, I'd heard that story. That's true. I mean, that an airplane going to collect water to dump on a fire picked up a scuba diver and dumped him into a tree.
Yeah, it happened to my cousin up in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, okay, so one time my cousin was babysitting and kept getting these weird phone calls.
Oh,
and it would just be like breathing. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
And like they wouldn't stop, and she locked all the doors, you know, and then she called the phone company to have them trace the call.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how it ends, but it was crazy.
Is that Scream? Is that one? Man, because there was this one that really scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Well, so there's this other one that's about the babysitter, right?
There's this.
There's not just Scream. I think that's an old movie too. Where it's
well,
like,
so this old one was it that he would call and he would go, "Have you checked the children?"
Yes, that's the one.
And I mean, I just gave myself the one arm
there he
on
goes.
the one hair on my arm is sticking up. Like that shit used to scare the fuck out of
And
me.
it's called The Babysitter?
No, it was called Have You Checked the Children, I think. Right?
But wasn't that the type of deal where it was like the calls coming in from
The one Eric was talking about is When a Stranger Calls.
When a stranger calls, that's it.
Oh, I thought that was
Have you checked the children?
Yeah, that's
No.
an old one that was remade, but Scream also.
Yeah, when a stranger calls, have you checked the children? They're like, hey, it's coming from get out of the house. It's coming from inside the house.
Oh,
And,
yeah, that's how it ended.
Yeah. Anyway, so don't go watch that. We fucked that up for everybody.
I had another cousin who was on safari one time
Like
and got trampled by a bunch of
porn.
That's what I was gonna say.
By Pornhub.
Porn too. Like I just got trampled by
a bunch of
tramps.
Trampled.
A bunch of
What did you get
cocks.
trampled by?
A bunch of cocks slapped in my face.
I just want to let y'all know that my completely insane sort of aunt dropped me and my brother and all of our cousins off to see Scream in theaters in 1996 when I was 5 to 6 years old.
What fucking what? Okay.
She signed us right in.
My brother took me and my nephew, who's 5 years younger than me, to see Friday the 13th Part 3. And that was the 3D one or whatever. And see what they did there. Part 3 is 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that shit. When we watch those old movies now from back then, they're campy and they're not scary.
But then I'm sure that was terrifying.
I'm telling you,
The
this
first girl that gets like murdered to death's name was Casey.
Yeah. Goodness.
I mean, it's just like the fucking this when a stranger calls. There's a few of those movies that like I still think about. Like I think we've talked about this on the show before, but you know, like the living room was in one part of the house, and then you'd have to go through the kitchen, and then there's a hard right to get back to the hallway to where our rooms were back then. And it'd be like, I'm going to go grab something from my room or whatever. And you had to turn the lights out. So you'd turn the light off and then just fucking run, you know? And it was like that too. Like my dad would be like, hey, take the trash cans to the curb or go pick up the paper from out there. Oh yeah. Sorry. There used to be this thing called a newspaper, and they just put it in your driveway all the time. Anyway, so he'd go get out there and you'd walk out there all soft and slow, dogs barking in the distance and shit. You're seeing, and then the minute you were done doing the task, as fast as you could run it back into that house.
I'm guilty of that.
You had to
as well.
count to 3. That was the deal, right? You count to 3 whenever you have to run like down the hall or something. And that's
Oh,
the
what?
story. Remember
I
I
never
told you the story
counted.
about my cousin Rachel?
No, tell me.
And well, that's like a thing. Like whenever you're like a little kid and you're in bed and you're scared and you have to like get up and go to your door, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it in like 1, 2, 3 seconds, and you get up and you run, right? You have to, like,
Okay.
count. So my cousin Rachel, we used to all live together, but this is after we'd moved out. But in this really like 100-year-old house in this little shitty town, and it made all the noises. It was just a scary ass fucking house. Everything creaked and moaned, and it was just terrifying. Like it was just for sure fucking haunted. Hated that house. It was crazy. But she always hated it her whole entire life. They eventually moved, and she was completely fine in her new house. So she thought she was just a big scaredy cat, but it was just this old ass creepy house. So her mom had the upstairs bedroom, and she was on the downstairs floor, and she was in her bed, and she said she heard somebody like something scratching under her bed.
Fred.
And mind
Fred.
mind you, like, I mean, I this is a fucking piece of shit little stupid country town. Like I remember times like reaching under my bed to grab a toy and pulling a tarantula out underneath.
Yeah.
So God fucking knows what type of snake, or it could have been anything. So she hears scratching and she panics. So she just freezes. And she sits there for a little bit, just like hoping it'll go away. And then she hears it louder, like scratching on the wall under her bed. And this continues on. And she said she's just paralyzed. And she finally talks herself into it. Pitch black room. Okay, I'm going to count down 3 seconds. I'm going to run up to my mom's room. So she did. She said she went 3, 2, 1, jumped off her bed. Hands came out, pulled her under the bed. Her brother had been under there the entire fucking time. Even as this story gets retold in adulthood, like even he is like, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't funny at all. Like they could not. She was so fucking hysterical. They could not get her to calm down.
That's
like
awful.
trauma, like actual trauma.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't like to talk about that story like at all.
It is. That shit is crazy. Like my brother did a lot of mean shit to me, but never anything like that.
Yeah, not
like
like
that would fucking scar me for life. Like I
think
it's
it did.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I think it was
That
pretty
is
bad.
unreal.
Yeah, and then I think there was no more like you have to sleep in your own room after that. Like she slept in her mom's room. She was just fucking terrified. But
let's we don't always do this, but I really do want to just go through a few of the because I think a lot of people listen to this show and maybe they don't watch the movie. So I want to put here the caliber of this movie based upon who's in it, if I may. All right. So Tom Cruise is in this, and his character is fucking crazy, and it's amazing. Philip Seymour Hoffman, who you know from Capote, and died way too soon. He brought the word "shart" into most of our lives. Julianne Moore is in this, and this is the only movie. Actually, a lot of people don't know this. Only movie where she keeps her clothes on the entire movie.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's not applaud that. Jason Robards is the guy that plays Earl. He is the dad in pretty much most of the fucking movie. You would totally know him if you saw him. John C. Reilly is in this. Philip Baker Hall, you would recognize him. William H. Macy, who Casey took her a minute, is he's in Shameless.
He's Frank Gallagher.
Frank Gallagher.
Yeah.
Right? Melinda Dillon, who is the mom in A Christmas Story. It just keeps going. Oh, there's another one of the guys. Okay, so Alfred Molina is in this. He plays the boss. He's the guy in the robe in Boogie Nights where the kid's just doing the fucking fireworks and shit. He's just running around. So there's another Boogie Nights guy. Ricky Jay, also in Boogie Nights. God damn it. There they are. Louis Guzman, who has been in as many movies, I think, as Samuel L. Jackson. And the Bowling for Soup song, oh shit, what is it? Fuck, what is it's on Jarrett Goes to the Movies. He had a pilot, and we tried to get the theme song to that movie. Anyway, the song that we did the show didn't get picked up. It's on Jarrett Goes to the Movies. And Felicity Huffman is on here, Patton Oswalt. What I'm trying to say is, damn, there's a lot of people in this. Orlando Jones, Should I keep going, guys, or are you guys fucking?
Well, but it's a testament to. Yeah, I mean, you're right. The cast is amazing, but it's a testament to Paul Thomas Anderson, the director of this, who also did "There Will Be Blood," "Punch Drunk Love," "Boogie Nights," like you said.
I didn't know that he did Punch Drunk Love, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's super great. He's kind of in that Coen Brothers, Scorsese, Wes Anderson, like directors that people just want to work with because the stuff's so interesting and cool.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, 1999, it's a long time ago. I mean, my God, we have a young, who's the lady from Desperate Housewives that's in this? Young Felicity Huffman in a bit role.
Yeah. She's married to William H.
Macy.
Yeah, William H. Macy. Yeah.
But what'd you say? This was made for $37 million. I mean, even back then, that's not a bunch of money for all of these actors to be in the same movie.
Well, honestly, there's no question that Tom Cruise was already getting $20 million a picture. That's the number, right? We talk about that all the time. You want to get to be the $20 million man. I'm sure that's changed over time, but that used to be the thing. It's like, I think Demi Moore was the first actress ever to make it to the $20 million level. Right. Yeah. And so that's the whole thing, is like, he's a $20 million man. And the thing that's different about movies today, if you're young and listening to this, or if you haven't been like really into like being a movie person, actors didn't just take things for the fun of doing them like they do now. All these Netflix movies that are getting made for $8 million and they're getting fucking George Clooney and shit, like that's because he wants to make movies. He wants to do the art and all these things.
That's because he doesn't need the money anymore.
Well, but again, I mean, the thing is too, is I think this whole need for money though, that gets into a lot of things. That gets into managers and agents and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
And it's something that I do all the time and again, for me, it's a thing where like, hey, I really want to do this show. And my manager's like, well, you can do that, but if you take that pay cut, then how am I selling you to this other place for you to be able to do that? And imagine I'm pretty close to that $20 million a show scale, but like, it's, not that close, I mean, it's,
my bank statement today said that I'm $1,087,000 away from being a millionaire. So that's awesome.
Well, that's not true because I sent you money.
Yeah, that's why I had to text you.
Full disclosure.
The internet says that Julia Roberts in Erin Brockovich is the first $20 million.
To say if it wasn't her, it was Julia Roberts.
Okay, that makes sense. And to me, in my head, I realize those are two completely different people, but they're the same level at that time. Like one had done Ghost and this and obviously Julia Roberts had done Pretty Woman and Mystic Pizza, and
I wouldn't mind doing the movie Erin Brockovich just because I've never seen it, and apparently
I've only seen bits and pieces, but I think it's pretty
supposed
good.
To be
it's
amazing.
Also a super it's an important movie.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool because she's still active in things,
Yeah, she fucking thinks our water is bullshit.
Yes, she does.
And it's like a thing, like where we live right now.
Yeah.
Our water?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our water's bullshit.
Yeah, we're all gonna get
it's all of a sudden she's a water expert. Like
hey, here coming up in February, do you do baths or showers?
Yes.
Okay. Coming
more
up
showers
in February though, when you take a bath, have Derek walk in.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But I walk in and our bathroom smells like the YMCA swimming pool.
Yeah, you can smell the chlorine.
You can smell the chlorine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's that, and then later in I would say late spring, it smells like dirt, like earth, because that's when the algae blooms.
That's
happen.
sulfur, right?
No, that smells like farts.
You smell no, you
yeah,
don't
it does get farty too. Yeah, dude, my skin, my hair. I mean, it's crazy. Like working in Frisco.
Well, maybe we should invite Julia Roberts here to advocate for us.
We
and do
should.
a podcast.
I don't think we could get Julia Roberts.
We have an extra 20 mil. Just ask Eric.
We could get Eric Roberts, maybe.
I don't even know that we could get that guy.
You don't think so? What about Emma Roberts?
No, she just had a baby.
Oh,
yeah. Well, good for her.
Now, when he goes into this house, the cop, Jimmy the cop, and there's certain little deep things in this movie too, where like it's a big fucking commitment. I'd like to watch this movie again because the fact that his name's Jimmy and his dad's name Jim, right? No, what is his dad's name?
Wait,
his dad's name is fuck me in the butthole. That's
Who's
actually
dad?
Yeah, they're both named Jimmy. So the cop's name is Jim, and the game show guy's name is Jimmy.
Yeah.
And this girl instantly sees this guy as like this father figure coming in and her being nervous and all this shit. We'll get to that in a minute. But when he's at this first house with Marcy,
oh God,
you
Marcy.
guys notice the goddamn fucking like gumball machines and like just a little trinket? Like
I was like, wait, are they in her residence?
They are.
Or are they in a business?
Yeah. But the thing is that you find out later that people just kind of come and go, through there because I guess she's a prostitute, I guess, or something.
I missed that.
Right? Am I? Is anybody?
I missed a lot.
This with me?
I missed a lot in this movie, so I'm not going to be
okay.
surprised.
Well, they talk about how people come and go from the apartment and shit like this. This is maybe the kid rapping. And the thing is that's fucking hilarious because
dude,
there is not one time that I've ever gotten a hooker where I didn't think, you know what I want? A Super Bowl and a fucking and a sour apple gum.
A 2-ball screwball. Yeah. So we talk about this is something that they say on the bus. This is something that Bowling for Soup says, or this is something.
Hold on. Let me do it because it'll be funny on the podcast. It doesn't have to be timely. He'll get it. It just takes me a minute because my shit's all changed around.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good for you.
No, not that. I'm just kidding. That was a thing. Oh, where the fuck is it? Well, that is something Jared says. I love this bit, right? Isn't this great?
Yeah, the try to find shit bit.
Man, I gotta figure.
You should have a Jeopardy button to press just so when you're looking for the other buttons.
You know what I'm gonna goddamn do? I'm gonna fucking alphabetize these. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I have them like in order as to like how much I use them and where in the show they go and stuff like that. And it's just not.
Alphabetize them by the length of the title.
What?
So anyway, that lady, when she says,
Jared says,
when she says, he says, there's a disturbance here. We heard a crash. You go, I don't even know no crash. Me and my roommate used to say that to each other all the time. I don't even know whatever it is we're talking about.
Yes, I love it. Because like some of that shit is just like, hey, y'all ad lib and see what's going on here or whatever. She was just the motherfucker and the motherfucker and all.
You don't go down my motherfucking hallway.
And then she goes, there ain't nothing in that closet. Don't put me in that closet. Don't you get?
And when he pulls the sheet out, that ain't mine.
Yeah, he goes, yeah. What the hell is this, Marcy? Oh wait, sorry. What the hell is this, Marcy? And she's like,
that ain't mine.
That ain't mine. So funny. All right, guys, we're to clip number 2 already, but don't get excited. We got 8 to go. I'm sorry.
Now, hospice will take care of all of the technical things. They will help you. They will take care of the body. They are who you call when he dies. There's the number of hospice. Okay, now, as far as the morphine pills go, there's something else to consider. There's a very strong, very potent solution of liquid morphine. It's a little bottle, has an eyedropper. It's very easy to get into his mouth and drop on his tongue, and it will certainly diminish the pain that he's in. But you need to realize that once you give it to him, there really is no going back. It will certainly cure his pain, but he will drift in and out of consciousness even worse than he is now, Linda. I mean, all sign of the recognizable Earl will pretty much go away.
What the fuck can I say to that? I don't know what to say to that.
And
it
again,
sounds amazing.
Fully clothed. Well, so here's the thing. I read the I'm not bragging or anything, but I read the Norm Macdonald book after he passed away. And that motherfucker used to do liquid morphine like he fucking did it recreationally.
Good Lord.
And he would describe it and like, you know, what was happening and, you know, all this shit. And like he could go like days with and he would just wake up and he had just been in like a fucking time warp.
Morphine was like super heavily abused in high school. Like it was just like a super accessible thing. Liquid morphine, morphine wafers, morphine lollipops. Like it was also, you know, like everybody died at my high school. But like
that's
crazy. Yeah, it's a fucking wild thing to
see. My high school just had a bunch of heroin to where even when I went to
you're from Plano, right? Black Star. Yeah, that's it. Everybody died. Y'all
ours was the cheese epidemic.
That's right, man. Right. But you talk about people fucking dying. Like y'all had people dying fucking every couple of weeks, Eric.
Yeah, when I went down to college, people would ask you when you're a freshman, you know, where you're from is a pretty common question. And if I said Plano, for sure knew about that and would ask about that. And did you know anybody? And I didn't.
They do the Plano clap at you.
What's the Plano clap?
PLA. Oh,
no, it's where you you slap you golf clap your arm, the middle of your arm.
Yeah, with two fingers.
Okay, so did you know people or saw people under the influence of this?
Yeah.
And what were they? Seriously, what were they like?
Fucking zombies.
Fucking awesome.
But would they go like hours or days without remembering anything? And I mean, because that's the thing. What he's telling her here is that once you start to apply that to the tongue or whatever, like it's washing their brains.
Lived very long. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. We just I just told my parents I was spending the night at Steve's house and we just practiced our band.
That was your drug.
That was it. Hey, my fucking drug was music. Wrangler.
Right.
Mine was Jesus.
I just didn't do drugs or Jesus or music, so I don't know.
What?
You know.
Oh, well, you
did. Hung out.
You liked music though. You didn't play music, but you like. Then you play music.
I didn't do music. I did musicians.
There we go.
Oh my.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because musicians are kind of notoriously difficult to get you to sleep with. For you to get them to sleep with you.
Breaking up there.
Yeah, it was really hard work.
Well, Casey called this right away when she's he starts to talk about the fact that Big Earl we're talking about, and starts talking about the son. He accidentally calls him Jack, and but his name's Frank, and Casey called it right away. And you sort of thought you knew who Linda was going to be, this money grubber, and I'm going to be honest. I believed this character. I believed that this character that she went into this for all the wrong reasons, kind of thought she'd weather the storm, fuck the guy, and he'd die and she'd get a bunch of money. But I again, this is a testament to how great of an actress she is and how great the script is. I believed that she fell in love with the guy and was I don't want that guilt. I don't want to know that I got myself into this situation and live off of that, and knowing that here I am just sort of like wishing this guy to die and now he's dying and I don't want him to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a
therapy she could pay for with her. From her dead rich husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, that's a testament to this movie, whether or not you think it's too long, whether you think it's not enough, quote unquote happens.
Are we talking about my penis?
No, I think your penis is long enough.
Okay.
But I don't, but I found
in my
I found all the characters believable, and not only believable, I found them relatable. I didn't really see, like, man, I mean, I will just skip forward. I had to finish watching this today, the last about 30 minutes, because it got so late last night. But like, I was sitting there going, I mean, this is it's one of the best depiction of just characters with just real problems, and not just problems like I'm going through something, but like how they felt and how complex it is to just be a human that's alive and participating in life every day, and how you're pulled in different directions, and how you struggle with certain things that you wish about yourself that you could be better at, or that you could change, or were different. And like, as I thought back over the course of the movie, again, if you're listening and you've not seen it, you need to know that you're getting into a 3-hour ordeal. But thinking back on them, and I just like, I didn't find any of the characters unbelievable. You know, like it was so, I don't know how I feel about this as a piece of art, film, cinema. I do know that it's well crafted for what they were trying to do. I don't know. I'm
going to tell you this right now. Even Tom Cruise's character, just from the one interview, you could tell that guy, that character has been avoiding therapy his entire life, because he's just living his life on the brink of just full on falling right off the fucking cliff. And it's, you know, it's very, very easy to figure out what's wrong with this guy. Listen.
And the second he gets challenged,
yep,
it all starts to fall in on itself. It's a house of cards that he has so meticulously built around this character that he's created, and this system, and the adoration of like-minded jackasses.
People telling him telling every single person in his life what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to say this. You know, this Tom Cruise is an interesting person to me. I don't know why. I feel like he's just one of those dudes that I don't want to like. You know, he's one of those guys where I just kind of want to find flaws in things that he does. He is fucking perfect in this movie. He's so good.
He's amazing.
It's
in this
fucking
movie.
There's going to be a scene that comes up here in a second that we're going to talk about. That it's what he does with his face and his emotions and his mouth, and just again, we talk about that a lot, right? With Leo and with I call him Leo. But you know, with some of the better actors in the world, of just like what they can do with just if Philip Seymour Hoffman does it in this movie, he does this one thing where he reacts to the frogs, and it's like, it's so subtle, but you're just like, God damn, that's genius, man. Tom Cruise is fucking amazing in this. Like,
well, but for people like Kelsey who think he's an absolute, in real life, dirtbag piece of shit human being.
Okay.
Well, that's great, because this is a movie where he's a dirtbag kind of piece of shit. So he probably required less preparation for this role than he did others.
I don't think so, because I think he has to come full circle in a matter of 3 hours.
Yeah.
And, you know, he has to, I'm telling you, man, there's some of that bedside shit where I guarantee you there are schooled actors that watch that shit going, Jesus Christ, that's fucking crazy. So yeah, again, he's amazing. Now, when he comes out and he's just like, respect the cock, tame the cunt. I'm like, I thought about you, Eric. I was like, is this what a Promise Keepers meeting is like? Is this like, do these guys all have I love my wife stickers on the back of their car?
Yeah, I was going to say he's the only character that I was able to actually relate to in the whole thing. Just kind of being a borderline psychopath piece of shit.
Is Promise Keeper still a thing? It's got to be, right? They used to do stadiums, man.
What is that?
Yeah.
They just turned that into QAnon, I think.
It was a religious thing for men only, and they could take their sons or whatever. And essentially, it was this a cult. I mean, if for lack of a better term,
No, it still is a cult, apparently.
And it's extremely right wing, so-called unquote religious dudes who expect subservient wives, who expect their dinner to be done on time or whatever, and who are taught their own worth.
But they also,
and their
part of that
are raised that way. Go ahead.
But yeah, but I mean, I think the other part of it is that they also say, you know, because that's in their mind, a biblical expectation of what the wife role is, that they're willing to sacrifice to take on the biblical male role, which they make it sound like the Bible wasn't written by, first century goat herders who had never heard of soap. Yeah, of course you're willing to subscribe to the biblical male role, because that's awesome. They wrote it that way on purpose. So
what you're saying is you didn't quite get to where I think you were heading with that, and maybe you did, but I'll finish it. Essentially, what they do is they actually commit to their wives. So they're like, yes, our wives are gonna make us chicken fried steak and shit, and I'm gonna put a sticker on the car that says I love my wife, and I'm not gonna finger waitresses. And that's
okay,
it.
I want you to get a bumper sticker that says that entire thing.
I love my wife, and I'm not going to finger waitresses.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't put that on my car, but I'll put it on something. On my.
Can we get some of those printed up?
You can put
Gage,
that on
Stricklin?
Yeah, Gage with your cricket.
Do it.
Cricket up.
Cricket it up.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't know what y'all meant with this cricket thing.
That's why he made all these cool
Okay,
custom
well that
things,
makes
'cause he got a cricket
all of that
machine.
makes sense. All of that makes sense. Yeah, but again, he's just coming out, and this is just so much of a, fuck women, and this is so you've got to get a calendar, and but essentially what this group is, let's back it up a smidge. I'm joking about the promise keepers. This is just a whole organization about like chicks will put you in the friend zone. That's bullshit. You should be able to fuck them.
It's a bunch of nice guy incel nice guy neckbeard bullshit. Like girls only like assholes and they never like the nice guys. And it's like that may partly be true, but it's also because the bad boys are interesting and you're not, and also you're not as nice as you think. So
yeah, that's just like full on rape culture. Like when it comes from creepy fucking bitter losers.
Like,
those are the guys that go in and stab the fucking cheerleader because she wouldn't date him. Like you can't,
And that's what he's preaching. Like you put a date on the calendar. By this date, I will get this. Right?
Not.
I did not say that. So anyway, so we go back to Jimmy Gator. We figure out that as we're starting to tie these things in, we realize that Jimmy Gator is Claudia's father. We don't really know what that relationship is or why it is the way that this one they save until the end to deliver this to us. We realize,
and I forgot about this one.
Yeah, and I mean, you talk about
because as you're watching this, and I will try to phrase this in a way that we can talk about the actual payoff at the end without spoiling it now. But you watch this scene. Now. I mean, you watch this scene of
you could call that a payoff.
A payload. But you watch the scene of a seemingly well-respected, famous man with his cocaine-addicted trashball daughter, and you just go, well, of course, this addict can't handle her dad coming in and trying to, check in on her, even if he's not going to be judgmental, to try to just make sure she's okay. And of course, she can't have it because she's so out of control. And, eventually we will get to this point in the film.
Told Casey, though, I go like, I said, maybe she's a nympho, like maybe it's a whole thing where, because I kept getting the way that she would look at the officer like immediately like wanting his what do you call it?
Dick.
His cock in her face. No, but his approval of everything. Wanting his approval on the coffee, wanting his approval of anything, and really forgetting that there's lines of Coke on the table.
Yeah, but it's interesting that of course, because she's in a fucking room full of drugs and is acting erratically, that you automatically assume she's the one with the issues and that he's maybe he's been judgmental in the past from her
or
issues,
how but again, I wasn't saying I had no idea of context of how she got that way.
No, that's the point though, is that
exactly.
is like what Eric is saying, that you look at the situation and you think what's going on from the beginning. I mean,
right,
that it's just a complicated relationship by like maybe a disapproving father, or
that's what I thought. I assumed it was a disapproving father, and that he had kicked her out of the house. And again, that's what they want you to think at this point, because we're supposed to be feeling empathy for this guy who is this great television host.
Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves him. Everybody knew when he walked in he was going to get the chicken. And
sorry.
What?
Sorry, I took that from Dave Chappelle. Sorry. But sorry, I'm making myself laugh now, which is fucking
Buddy has cancer.
I hope that the one
Buddy has cancer.
The one person that listens to us in Australia gets that joke.
Hey, baby, we are 91 out of 94.
We're number 91 for podcasts that are movie review podcasts hosted by a member of a pop punk band. So, that's not too bad.
Let's go to number 3.
Solomon, please, I am so fucked here if you do this. This is the worst timing I could ever imagine. I need to keep working. I have so many debts, so many things. I have my surgery, my oral surgery coming.
What surgery?
Oral surgery, corrective teeth surgery.
What is that?
Braces.
Braces?
Yes.
You don't need braces.
Yes, I do.
Your teeth are fine. Your teeth are straight.
I need surgery. I need corrective oral surgery.
Honey, you got struck by lightning that time in Tahoe. You went on vacation. I don't think braces is a good idea.
Solomon, just let me ask you once, please. Please don't do this.
How are you paying for the braces, Donnie?
I don't know.
Oh, this is incredible. How much are braces anyway?
It's it doesn't matter.
It's like $5,000. I've seen it. I know. Oh,
now you're pissing me off, though. This is fucking incredible. This is fucking stupid. You're paying $5,000 for braces you don't need? I've been a good worker. Don't do this, Donnie.
No need for braces, Donnie.
Where are you going to get the money? I don't know. You're going to ask me, weren't you? I have been a good worker, a good and loyal.
No need for braces, Donnie.
That is none of your business. I have been a good and loyal worker for you, you fucking asshole.
Hey, fuck you, Donnie. Watch it now. Give me your keys, Donnie.
No, don't give me your fucking keys.
The interesting thing about this scene is that those you're sort of at the first expecting those guys to be like gangsters and to be like ruthless and shit.
That's what I thought they were.
They actually care about the kid, like, or the guy. Like they're actually going, hey, this isn't a good idea. What are you doing? Like, what is happening? I mean, and everything is just about business. And like, yeah, I mean, I gave you some money, but you paid it back 2 years later. I didn't charge you interest. It's, they're not. It sets itself up to be like one of those things where it's like, hey, we're gonna hit your knuckles with a fucking hammer real quick.
Yeah, I thought those guys were gonna come back to be bigger later.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I think establishing those guys as who they were leads to some of the anxiety that comes in the later scene.
Sure.
Where they just keep going in the goddamn building, and you're like, okay, y'all motherfuckers are gonna get shot. You should have waited till the next day and walked it in there, right? And just gone, hey, yeah, I snuck in here and took this. I'm gonna just back the fuck up. Yeah.
But this Donnie and Stanley, I mean, I guess for people who haven't seen it, this movie jumps around a bunch. Like Jarrett said, it's kind of a little. Remember when we watched Moulin Rouge and it jumps around so much at the beginning that it's like it takes a while to get into a flight pattern that makes sense. But the whole movie does jump around quite a bit with these kind of seemingly different stories and characters kind of doing their own thing. But when they introduce Donnie, the former whiz kid, and is it Stanley, the current
Yeah,
little
Stanley.
kid on the show. Like, again, this kind of real people with real problems thing, that this one really stuck out to me. As you know, obviously Donnie being the has-been who peaked as a child and was famous as a child, and kind of the trajectory of his life, and watching Stanley kind of going through it now with a showbiz dad. Man, I found all of the scenes that had Donnie and Stanley really, really powerful in this one. I don't know how you guys felt about that kind of subset.
That Stanley, every scene he's in, absolutely.
I think he was my favorite.
It just fucking rips my heart out every time, because you just, you know, it's so. And again, I don't know if this is irony, but maybe it is, maybe it's not. I mean, to Alanis Morissette it is, but the fact that he bitches at him.
So the answer is no.
He bitches at him for having 3 backpacks. Who needs this many backpacks? But he's supposed to have all this knowledge, be able to answer all these questions. Supposed to know everything. It's like, why do you need this many books? I mean, the fuck? Like, the kid literally knows everything.
And if you don't want it to be crowded, then don't buy a Pontiac Fiero.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. You know, my brother wanted the Fiero before he got Dan Zam, by the way. And very true story. Do you know about Dan Zam?
I don't know what Dan Zam is. I know what a Fiero is.
Yeah. So basically, this is back in the original days of this podcast, where you love your brother. Every time I talk about my brother, Rich would say that shit to me. And so I told the story, and this is true. But my brother, for graduation, both of us got a new car for graduation, and he got a Trans Am, 85 Trans Am, with. And my brother's name is Danny, and he had personalized plates put on it, and it was Dan Zam.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And people, like my friends, would be like, "Oh man, your brother's Dan Zam? That's fucking crazy!" Like, yeah, everybody knew. I mean, it's a fucking small town, right? People, how many of those were around?
Was it the black and gold?
No. This is 85, so it's like after it was shaped way differently. And
what did you get? Did they not get you a Jam?
A Taurus, CLI Taurus.
I got a Silverado stepside pickup, and they were like, "What do you want your license plate to say?" And I said, "Whatever the DMV assigns me."
VKY 1914.
Yeah, I'll take whatever the fuck the DMV decides is right for this. I don't need any more attention on me. You know,
I was known by my brother's car too. In high school, he had a gold Camaro.
Of course. But what year do you know?
No. If I had to guess, I would say like 98.
Okay, so a newer Camaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
so
wasn't super old.
Well, they didn't make Camaros for a while. So probably like after they started making it again.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and he drove it like an asshole.
Like a fucking asshole. Yeah. This fucking Rusty.
The Rusty.
Here's the thing. I got to take a pee. But don't fret. We're doing great on time. We're going to roll through these next 4 clips, and with an empty bladder. We'll be right back, guys.
When I come to Toronto, I come to play.
When I come to Toronto, I come to play.
Toronto, discover the feeling.
Screaming comedian Sam Kinison.
Monday at 5.
Live from Ohio's news channel, this is TV5 Eyewitness News with Roger Morris, Michelle Holden, Tom Hasselmeyer, Mike Hostetler, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Roger Morris. Tornado warnings have just been lifted for parts of the TV5 viewing area. There has been some damage around Ohio, either by tornadoes, which have not yet been confirmed, or by high winds. The damage is in the Marysville area. Barns destroyed, power lines still out, but no injuries. Now, just last night, meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer was saying that tornadoes can happen any minute, anywhere in Ohio this time of year. You were right.
Last night we focused in on Texas. Tonight it's Ohio. It can be anywhere during the month of April. And we'll take a look at the map now and show you exactly where most of the activity occurred this evening. A town called Marysville, 30 miles northwest of Columbus. South central portions of the state really got pounded today as a couple of different air masses came together. Cool air filtering out of Canada. It'll be quite chilly around here tomorrow. Warm, moist air surging out of the Gulf, coming together along a frontal system. But the thing that really mixed it up this evening and sparked the severe weather was an area of low pressure that we watched move out of northeastern portions of Arkansas right up along the Ohio River into the southwestern sections of the state. And as that low pressure area moved along the front and triggered with that mixing of air masses, some powerful thunderstorms developed right over the central part of the state. The storm will continue to move up to the northeast, and then by later in the evening, about the next hour or so, it'll be east of us, and conditions will be improving greatly. For the rest of the evening, Roger, we're just looking for thunderstorms to taper off and just some scattered showers. And the upcoming week promises to return to winter time, so we'll forget about the thunderstorms for a while. In the next couple of hours, we'll update you that a little bit later.
Okay, we'll see you a little later on the newscast. Right. Tom Tasselmeyer, thank you.
The DeLorean. Gold-winged doors rise effortlessly, beckoning you inside. The sleek, stainless steel DeLorean. Beautifully crafted for long life. The DeLorean is one of the most awaited automobiles in automotive history. Drive the DeLorean.
Have it!
Trying to find the Nintendo games you want could be a lot like being in a Nintendo game.
Another dead end.
Come on, you can end up looking in all the wrong places.
Oh, no!
Stand back, son. Or you can go to Toys R Us. Toys R Us has the world's biggest selection of Nintendo games and accessories at everyday low prices.
Next time, let's just come to Toys R Us.
Yeah!
There's a certain kind of person who's always working to do things better. At Bank One, we have 9,000 of them.
9,000 people care how well we serve. We're a company, a winning team of 9,000 people who care. Bank One.
It's nice outside. Think I'll go on a ride. Gonna hit the road with an important load. My Power Wheels got a freewheeling feel. And its own power motor makes it go, go, go.
Power wheels, power wheels, power wheels, power makes it go.
It's a Power Wheel Zoomer, a vroom, vroom, vroomer.
Power wheels, power wheels, power wheels, power makes it go.
Power Wheels ride-ons run on rechargeable batteries. Minimal assembly required. Each sold separately.
Presenting the Flying McNugget, the McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, the barbecue sauce, the action.
My mother always told me I'd go far.
This is a hot act.
It's a good time for the great taste.
You guys always make dipping such a big production.
You can wish upon a star fairy and make your dreams come true.
Each star fairy has different magic. Each sold separately. Sparkle is the princess. I love your hair and dress.
I can whisper my secret wishes.
Spike helps with my work. Thanks.
You can wish upon a star fairy.
I love you.
And make your dreams come true.
Whisper, Sparkle, and Spice come with costume, wings, wand, brush, and posing stand, each sold separately from Tonka.
And for this year's best show pony,
We won! We won! I knew we could do it.
Now Cabbage Patch Kids have their own purebred show pony.
A pony! Wow!
here's the registration papers.
And you can name him yourself. I think we'll call him Harvey. Pony ride! Pony ride! Step right up and get your pony ride.
The Cabbage Patch Kids show pony. Some come with Cabbage Patch Kids in special Western gear.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
Oh, I remember that Christmas. Dad gave me my first shortwave radio from Radio Shack. What memories. This Christmas, we got our son's Color Computer 3 from Radio Shack. It hooks right up to our TV and was on sale for less than $130. The Color Computer 3 makes learning fun. Jimmy even lets me use it for word processing when he isn't playing computer games. Lucky I still got my shortwave.
Save $70 on the sale-priced Color Computer 3, only at Radio Shack.
King size. 2 king-size glossy prints of every picture at one low price within 24 hours, or you get them free at Medic, 7 days a week.
4 days only. Just 4 days for the Fredder Appliance in the store warehouse sale. 4 days this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Don't spend more than $163 for this 19-inch color portable TV or $237 for this Magnavox VHS video cassette recorder.
The Fredder Appliance 4-day in the store warehouse sale. 4 big days.
Eric back? Oh, there we are.
What?
Welcome back. I just do want to say that in a Christmas miracle, we decided to try these Doers candies that Gage Stricklin sent. And oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
I've already had like 4 of them.
Yep.
It's like a sweet taffy thing, and you bite into it, and then salt just like shoots into your fucking throat. I know, I knew you would like it. But I think
God, that's making me horny.
I'm almost positive it tastes like bit of honey. But maybe that's not it. It tastes like something. But God
it kind of tastes like those little peanut. What did you call them? Those
log
little
cabin thing.
Yeah. It's like a white bar kind of.
Yeah, with little stripes.
Yeah, it gets stuck in your teeth.
Yeah.
Hey, so speaking of shitty candy,
It's so good.
you guys have like grandparents or maybe even your parents who had those like
Talk shit about the strawberries or I'll kill you.
Yeah.
no, those foamy orange peanut.
Circus peanut?
Yeah, circus
You know,
peanut.
Boy,
Oh, yeah. That.
my grandmother had a jar of those that just must have sat there for 7 years before I finally worked up the courage to try one. And maybe it's because it was 7 years old and it was the same bottle, but those things are quite possibly the most disgusting thing I've ever put in my mouth. And I've put, yeah,
like a peep, because I fucking hate peeps.
No, I hate a peep, but it was more spongy.
Yeah, the texture is really hard to explain, but it's a circus peanut.
I don't think I want one.
Yeah, it's the texture of a makeup beauty blender.
Yes.
Huh.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. We had a guy across the street named Mr. Griffith, and we called him the candy.
Mr. Griffith?
A rock yard with cactus. And you could just go up there once a day and he'd ring the doorbell and he'd bring the candy bowl out and you could get a bucket.
That's adorable.
He's like, hi, Jarrett, you've really grown up.
Back in the day, that was fine. Now, obviously, it'd be weird. And then I would go over there, and if you went over there and watched church on Sunday with them, you got cookies and brownies and shit, and it was fucking great.
And no
Jarrett,
touches.
bring those.
Touch me.
See?
Bring those creamy thighs in here, Jarrett.
Child. Maybe some other kids got.
Yeah. Or maybe the man just wanted some company.
Come on, Chris. No,
he had a dog with 2 back legs that didn't work.
Oh, you're a good paper boy. No, his wife was there, Mrs. Griffith.
Never mind.
It was the Griffiths.
That's creepy.
You know. And then their grandson.
Going to their house and going to his house sound like definitely different things.
Then their grandson would come visit, and we'd fucking beat the shit out of that kid, and then go over there and get some candy. Hey, honey, got a Mr. Griffiths?
Yeah, Mr. Griffith probably knew his grandson was a
he was a
twat
fucking
anyway.
So weird. I'm not even. I mean, you're
twat.
Almost 20 years older than me, and we still like we're just hanging out in adults' houses like that, like all the time.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't a normal thing. It was very. Yeah, I don't know.
Sexual.
Yeah, we can knock on someone's door and be like, "What are you doing right now?" And just be like, "We're coming inside to look at that cool fossil that you have," and just like they just let you in.
Yeah.
God, I've got a cool fossil you can look at if you want to see something old and and gray and never used.
The big city of Louisville, Texas. And we were like, we're going to make some money and we're going to go door to door and ask like people if we can do chores or something for them. Because we did that shit in White
Yeah,
Rock.
totally.
And like immediately people were just like, where the fuck are your parents? Like, what are you doing?
Me and Becky Tyree started our own business, and it was Odd Jobs. It was Odd Jobs Unlimited. And it said, we don't have a building one, but if you call us, we'll get the job done.
Oh my god!
And we passed that shit out everywhere and did odd jobs for people.
What was the oddest job that you did for a person?
We actually didn't end up doing any because we got bored with it really quickly.
Yeah, this is work. This sucks.
People were just giving us money to go away.
Yeah,
These poor children
just wanted money, but Odd Jobs Unlimited. I feel like that's a good slogan.
It was, yeah, and White Red because it was
not
a
bad.
small town. Like even if they didn't really necessarily know you, like they would know you were somebody's kid, right? And they'd you know have some old lady tell you to go like literally like beat the dust out of a fucking rug and all this, and we just do it. Like not in Louisville.
No.
Beat the dust out of a homeless guy.
Nobody wanted to give us a job. Nobody wanted to
knock the dust off that pussy.
Nobody even wanted to lift us.
Oh wait, we're back at Tom Cruise. Sorry.
Yeah, the only murder that he ever committed was murder in that
vagina.
Katie Holmes' vagina.
For real.
I'm glad to see that hostage situation worked out well in the end.
He was doing it
because
to Fox for a little while after that.
Oh, good for her.
Holmes.
Yeah, good for her.
he was or she was.
Yes.
Maybe both.
Both, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Last thing on this clip I just wanted to talk about is just like William H. Macy in that bar. That whole thing is so just fucked. And you guys realize that the entire time he's in there, that's all one trip, right? Like it's not like he went and came back. He got there. She was like, oh, okay, back again, right? And there he is. He's like, I'll take what does he get? His Diet Coke or some shit.
Diet Coke.
And tequila. And then he ends up just sitting like oddly next to the guy. And you can tell he has a crush on this guy. And they focus in on the braces. And this becomes like why he wants
his corrective oral surgery.
His corrective oral surgery. Yeah.
You don't need braces. Your teeth are straight.
You know what they do now with braces? You probably do, actually, because does Zoe have braces? Did she get them?
She did.
All right, so there's like a price, but it's just basically like, hold on, no, here's the good. Y'all don't have to pay us all at once. Just pay us this much money until we're done with them. And that's it. Like, they just bill your credit card every month until they're like, okay, we'll just, a couple more months. All right, we'll stop now. You know?
Yeah.
It's not just like some price.
There's a set price.
There is a set price?
Yeah.
Do I know about that? Oh, did we pay that with yours?
No, we're paying like monthly, but they give you a price. Like they can't just like charge. They can't just.
Why did we pay monthly if they gave us one price? Just because that's
because you split it up over.
Make it 7 years. And
that's what I'm talking about.
No, they even say within that contract, like even if there has to be more work done, this is your price.
Yeah. Unless you have to add like a completely different contraption or something.
Right. Which like a trapeze.
Yeah.
Like mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
A mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
By Mattel. Okay.
Gosh, your neighbor's real worried for you.
I'm sorry.
You live alone?
Yes.
What's your name?
Claudia.
Claudia what?
Wilson.
Okay, Claudia Wilson. Are you trying to go deaf?
What?
Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, but I don't know what...
Okay. You're listening to your music so loud, you're going to damage your ears.
Okay.
If you continue to listen to your music at that level, and you're going to damage not only your ears, but your neighbor's ears as well.
I didn't realize it was that loud.
Yeah. Well, that right there is the first sign of hearing loss. Okay?
Okay.
I see you got your TV on there, too. Usually keep that on at the same time?
I don't know. I mean, what is this?
You been doing some drugs today, Claudia?
I know I said this about him in the Boogie Nights movie, and I guess maybe it's just the age that I saw it, because I saw it when it first came out, and maybe I just didn't really understand exactly what was happening, but everything that guy says is fucking funny. And I just didn't see him as a comedic character in Boogie Nights. I really didn't. I never really... I didn't laugh at things. And I wonder if I watched it now, if I'd be like, oh, fuck, this is hilarious. Like everything this guy says. Because, I mean, this is like Will Ferrell's fucking right. I mean, this is shake and bake.
Shake and bake, yeah. It's the bake to his shake.
Yeah, I mean, my God.
Well, he's like, so I think outside of
hey, I'm the magic man.
outside of Philip Seymour, Phil Parma, the character Phil, who is kind of the only Phil Myaz, is kind of the one character that they set up as like this devout person, but they kind of mock that implicitly throughout the movie, where he's religious, but it kind of all depends on this favorable treatment that he gets from God, and so like when he loses his gun, he thinks he's being punished or like he's been forsaken for some reason. And when things are going well, or he's in the car and he's talking about being a good person or letting things slide or whatever, it's this kind of, as long as God will accept that. I just found it a really interesting, again, the just kind of disparate characters that we get through this film. And we don't look, I understand that our podcast is generally 90% dick and shit jokes, 5% hibachi, 5% movie talk.
Multiple cocks.
Or sucking multiple cocks, or sucking one cock a bunch of times in a row.
Where are you heading with this? I don't really understand.
Well, because every clip we're watching kind of is introducing a new character here. We saw Donnie in the last one. This one's Jim. And I just think it's important for the listeners to know, that we get the Tom Cruise characters. TJ Mackey, is this kind of crazy, brutal sociopath. Jim is the devout one. Donnie, and kind of, in a way, Stanley, the kind of whiz kids searching for something beyond being appreciated for their intelligence or what they can do for somebody else. That's all I was trying to say.
But also being sort of pushed down by those around them, right? I mean, Stanley doesn't fucking stand a chance. It's like the lady won't let him go take a piss.
Yeah.
And even the show host talks to him, though it seems endearing. Even he is like, okay, stand the man. We know who it's going to be. Get over here. That kind of thing, where he's like, that's not what I want. And his dad's like, picks him up. It's like, you ready to go win some more? And, that kid. And again, I think the point is that that's the way Donnie used to be treated. And he sees him, this is where the thing is headed. So just a little bit of, as we make this whole biblical tie, I'm not sure if you researched this or if you thought about it, but Magnolia is an 8-letter word with 2 A's being the second and 8th letter. This is an odd coincidence, which relates back to the numbers 82, featured frequently in the film as a reference to Exodus 8:2, which is, if you do not let them go, I will send a plague of frogs. So he features this number 82 throughout the movie in all these different places. And I couldn't figure it out, but I also didn't, if you guys picked up on it, the dad, Big Earl, was married 23 years. They also went to page 23 in their white man. So there's also a 23 tie-in, and I couldn't figure out where that came from. But there was all these different reoccurring numbers and reoccurring themes and reoccurring deals where this movie is probably one of those that's like people that play Dungeons and Dragons probably get around and just discuss it.
Well, that's what's interesting. There's a lot of there's some interviews and stuff with this guy that wrote it, and they're asking him these direct questions, and a lot of them he just won't answer. He's like, no, man, like, I'm building my myth up here. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you people are speculating all of these things. Like, the things that are clear are clear, but if people are grabbing and searching for stuff, that kind of makes it magical in itself. Like,
the point of the movie is coincidence.
That's how you
right?
make it. That's how you make something legendary, right? Like, you start,
and if you go out and say it, then what's the point?
Yeah, they compared it to the whoever's dead and the Beatles.
Paul.
Yeah. And
also think about Pulp Fiction, my favorite movie. What is in that fucking briefcase? Nobody knows. We can all speculate, That's the thing. Just leave those things there.
Probably like graph paper and a slide rule.
No, it glowed.
Some important documents, an LED light.
LED existed back then.
Black.
Oh, you don't think that?
A bunch of semen. Lighten up.
Just
like
a
the 4th of
black
July
light with a bunch of semen.
It's like, when they propose and that little light shines down on the ring. I bet if you open up that briefcase, it's just a bunch of semen, but the black light opens up.
Remember that MTV show Room Raiders?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Y'all remember
No,
that?
I do not remember that.
It's actually funny. I think Zac Efron was one of the people, if you go back and look, which is hilarious.
No way.
Room Raiders was this MTV show about like high school or early college age kids. And it was like a dating game. So you'd go get kidnapped from your house, and then you'd have to watch from a van while it'd be like 3 girls in a van, like while one guy goes and raids each of their rooms to decide who he wanted to date based on like what their rooms were like.
Right.
But so you got like a toolkit. So you had tweezers if you pick up a pair of
Yeah.
underwear or something
A
weird like
black
that.
light.
But one of them was a black light. They turn off the lights and look and examine your bed. And I was like, that was just always the creepiest thing in the world. Like,
Yeah.
like I think all those girls, like, I drool on my pillow. Fuck off. Like, what are you gonna do
Right,
about
yeah.
it? But yeah, like, can you imagine how horrifying that would be? Like,
That'd
just
be
to have
terrible.
So 2 things. That show is fake as cheaters.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I just said Zac Efron was one
Yeah.
of the people.
2, going back to what Jarrett was talking about, in the beginning when they're doing that the 3-story thing, and you see the kid on top of the roof, that rope was tied in an 82. And I caught it and I rewound it, and I just kept rewinding. I'm like, there's got to be significance to this, but I had no idea that the rope against the ledge was sitting on there in an 82.
Well, the rope on Room Raiders was
Yeah.
an indication that she worked with horses and cows.
Right.
And he didn't pick her because he thought she'd be
I
smelly.
didn't notice the 23 thing though.
Well, the ropes that were being thrown in Marcy's room were completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Rails, you mean?
No, I meant ropes.
Okay.
Marcy's the prostitute lady with the gumball machines.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought you meant the other one.
Oh,
It could have been drugs. It could have been.
Okay, that you're right. It could be. Oh, maybe the gumball machines have the drugs in them, and it's like buying a car at fucking what's its face?
Fun.
Carvana.
Carvana.
You're
Oh
right.
my god, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
And you don't know which one you're gonna get.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Like your mom says, it's like a box of chocolates.
That's right.
My mom.
No, you know that these things that Gage gave us.
You know what
you
you're
know
getting.
exactly what you're getting,
And you go for it again
and you
and
just
again.
go for it again and again. Now, this guy sitting next to Donnie, by the way, at the bar, I just want y'all to know, is the guy that lives next door to Tom Hanks in the movie The Burbs.
One of your favorite films.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
How does that one hold up?
Everyone, Satan is good. Satan is your pal.
I've never seen that movie.
So she goes to the pharmacy. He's like, man, you got a lot of stuff here. And they're really fucking with this lady, right?
There
And it's
is
like,
never any reason that a pharmacist or tech should be like
ever
that.
like that,
Ever.
right? It's like, look, I've got these prescriptions. Fill the motherfuckers.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they don't
You know-
have to. If they weren't going to, they just wouldn't do it. You can't question them once you do it.
Right. That's the thing.
That was fucking weird. She did,
But
fucking
her
fuck out.
her freak out here is one of the notes I took. Like, really excellent, not too terribly over the top where you go, oh, okay, but like what a person going through a breakdown.
Mhm.
In my, I mean, as far as a viewer, it's what it seems like it would be like. I thought it was a really restrained freak out, if that makes sense. But
did
like,
good. I
it's
like-
exactly what you would say to someone. Like, how fucking dare you?
Well, I like too that she points to the other guy, like looking at me like that, like coming over here, like just all of it. So
Plus, how uncommon is it for a lady to have 2 meds and then another one that's probably in a different
I was
name?
about to say it's
well,
gotta
in
be a
Prosper,
different name.
it's very common actually.
And can you just like
Yes.
pick up liquid morphine? Is that what she was picking up? Was that one
Well,
of the
you
things?
probably can in that situation. Jared just shit his pants. Just so you
I did. How did you hear that? Oh, you keep an ear
all the
off.
time.
Damn it, straight to
Oh, do you
hell.
have a squirter?
It
I
was
farted a
it
little
was
bit.
wet.
I tried to hold it in as best I could, but
there you go.
Oh god,
That's
that was
exactly what it sounded like.
wet. Oh my god, sorry.
Do I need to prepare?
Maybe.
No, I think it's fine. Sean will be your.
All right,
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
you
just
be my
dripping down the back of
cardinal.
his
It's
legs
not a
right now.
cardinal.
It's dripping.
Canary. That's what you are.
It looks like when Stanley peed his pants.
On the
But
ship.
we never got to see it.
Yeah, we did.
We saw
You got to see the drip.
a little bit.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I mean, I
missed
feel
some
like
stuff.
I feel like you cliff notes the shit out of this.
I was
one.
peeling my feet.
Okay.
Fair enough.
What do you mean?
I got one of these things where
Did
you
you
put
do the
your foot in
thing?
the bag. Yes, I got it. I have pictures. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Kelsey has done that.
Oh, it is so good.
How do
I
your
got
feet
so many
feel
good
now?
pieces. Oh, they're beautiful. They're like baby's foot.
Was
but
it itchy
yeah, I
or
was-
burny or
nope,
anything?
Nope. It was fantastic. Every single part of the process was wonderful, and I was peeling my feet during this movie.
Okay, fair enough.
It was anything I could do to not fall asleep. Okay.
Yeah, did you not enjoy it?
No.
Not at all, huh?
No.
You didn't find the characters?
I thought the acting was great.
Yeah.
I really did.
And you didn't like just trying to figure out the tie-ins as it went didn't keep you interested?
It did for a
That
while.
kept her awake-ish.
Yeah.
No, I really did. I was trying to figure out, okay, well, maybe this person goes with this person in this way. And then it just got so exhausting. And I thought it was ending 5 times.
Yeah.
And I just, oh.
Man, I did not have that same issue.
And then when you were talking about at the beginning of the podcast, the scores, and it's great. And
We also split it in half. I don't know if that makes a
I
difference.
did too.
Okay.
Well, we had to.
Yeah, I had to. It was just too late.
Well, yeah, we had to peel our feet too. But no, I meant to say this earlier. Sorry, I keep
peel our feet. Can we
keep
use
burping.
that as like a
Sorry, I gotta
oh,
go
I
peel
can't
my
go
feet.
tonight. I've got to peel my feet.
That is in the movie seems like old times. There's this scene where they're in court and the lady their maid is testifying or whatever. She goes, "No, I could not be there because I had to go in to get the feed the script or whatever." and he goes, "Excuse me?" And she goes, "Had to get the feed the script." And then he goes, "Excuse me, what did you say?" And Charles Grodin just stands up and he goes, "She had to get her feet scraped." And the whole place busts out laughing, and he just goes like that. It's
How long
fucking
does it
great
take
scene.
after you do it to your feet? to
Mine
start to
was like
peel?
3 or 4 days, but
Okay.
Derek's, he did it at the same night, and his haven't peeled yet. You want me to send you a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has he ever gotten a pedicure before?
No, he's so ticklish. He cannot.
But are his feet are they
Yes.
calloused, kind of gross?
Like his heels are all cracked. They're
yeah.
really
Gotta hurt.
dry.
Yeah, he needs some
Yeah.
socks.
Yeah. So will this solve that without going to the
We'll see. I think so
Korean
because I
or
can already
Vietnamese women?
tell that it's getting like white, and if I just get after that with a cheese grater or pumice stone.
Well, couldn't he just go to the place and do that?
Yes, but he will kick them in the face because he is so ticklish.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, like I'm ticklish, but I can sit there. You just when your leg starts kicking, they'll just look at you and go.
It's like
ticklish. And you go, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what happens. I'm getting more ticklish the older I get on my feet. And there's this one fucking spot on my back that has never bothered me ever. Like our chiropractor, you've done it too.
Yeah.
We have like the Theragun, and like we'll go to the chiropractor
your
and they
back?
have like the percussor. Yeah, just this weird random spot on my left side. And like I cannot physically handle it. And it makes me feel like a little bitch.
So
That's so funny.
he orders these. By the way, some of these may sound like edits, but this is me trying to keep the show going.
No, right.
Wait, I was going to say something
Go
too,
ahead.
but it had to do with what Amy was. Oh, about
She had to get her feet scraped.
No, before
I just got a picture of Amy's foot.
no, before when you asked her, didn't the trying to figure out the connection keep it intriguing?
Yeah.
I feel the first segment, those 3 clips, were great, but they set the movie up that you're trying to follow, kind of what they showed, and I just think it was a letdown.
No, the point of the movie is there are no. What do police say? You listen to true crime, right?
Oh, all the time.
There's
sure.
no such thing as coincidence.
Right.
It doesn't exist.
No, but I'm saying like with the first one, with the murder, with the 3 people,
Sure.
and then with the lake. I just thought it was going to be more like. I thought this
But
was
the
going to
thing
be
with
like
the lake was fucking crazy because he's connected. We didn't talk about this.
right with the pilot.
So let's go back to that, Eric.
Yeah,
this guy fucking picks he gets picked up by this water plane, dumped onto a fire, and has a heart attack in the thing and dies in a tree. The guy driving the plane had been gambling at blackjack 2 nights before and asked for a 2, got an 8, got a smart aftermarket. The dealer went over the thing and attacked the man. And it's the same fucking guy. So the guy playing blackjack is the pilot. The blackjack dealer is the
now
scuba diver in a tree.
And then the pilot shoots himself.
And then the pilot goes to fucking shoot himself. And then
he actually shoots himself.
I can't remember.
That one actually happens. And then it just shows all the splatter.
That's right. He shoots himself.
He shoots himself.
Yeah, because he can't handle the guilt.
But I'm with Sean. Like that sets you up for everyone is going to be super connected.
Yeah. Like I
aren't
thought
they? No.
No.
How are they
not
all
I thought this
connected?
was going to be like Crash. Like
Yes.
very in your face.
I like all that. But this one you have to think a smidge. They are all connected. Here's the thing. Big Earl, the guy dying, produces that fucking game show.
Yes.
Everything trickles down from there. Everybody's connected now. Who do you not understand is connected? Jim who?
Or Jimmy.
No,
not Jimmy. Jim, the police officer.
He goes into the daughter's room.
He's
and
in
ends
the
up,
daughter, but it's just not.
It's not enough for me.
It's very. I hate to say coincidental because that's what you're trying to prove.
But he also pulls the fucking William H. Macy out of the goddamn frog.
But that
and
seems
shit.
so random.
And then the little kid
steals his gun.
Well, no, not even that. But then they already had a relationship.
Yeah,
the
they
little kid's
were
the one that called 911 for Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
I don't think it's supposed to be that they're like directly in each other's lives. I think it's just supposed to be like
how things intersect.
It's like a theatrical
feel like-
irony where you're supposed to just, the thing where like the audience knows, the people don't. Like it's not. I don't think they're ever supposed to know.
And the whole
that you're
film, one of the things. Am I sounding terrible?
No,
okay,
you sound great.
All right. Well, I mean, thank you. One of the things that the director has said that he wishes he would have done, besides shave about 30 minutes off of the film, was to kind of reiterate that all of this stuff is happening in about a 10 square block area, and that he didn't do a good job of kind of like we're talking about, that not everything is a web. We watched a movie that was like that, where everything was, connected, but I don't recall. But just that in this very small amount of space in the San Fernando Valley, these are the things going on that people are in some ways related to each other. In some ways they're not. And that, like Sean was talking about, these 3 kind of vignettes that set up the movie, we do get a character, Stanley, who kind of reiterates throughout the course of the movie, and these things just happen. Kind of, he says that on multiple occasions when he's sitting in that library. And so, yeah, I guess it might have been a neat thought concept to connect them more, but I kind of agree with Jarrett here. It wasn't that everyone has to be connected to each other in some way. I mean, to what end does that make the movie any different or better? It's just that in some ways they are.
I feel like he got the point across to me.
I definitely didn't understand that they were supposed to be so physically close.
He
I feel like
delivers
it's just all
that.
supposed to be a coincidence, right? It's the phenomenon of crossing paths. It wasn't supposed to be this tie-in. It's just like, what a fucking coincidence that all this shit's happening and that this guy knows that dude and that dude knows this guy, and like it's just this kind of.
He delivers
unspoken
how
thing.
close everybody is at the end in the where people are in cars
Sure.
and they're at traffic lights and and it seems like they've come from so far away and here they are, and and it seemed like it connected them to me, at least. Because I even thought, I said, oh my god, the mom is right there, the daughter's here, they didn't even live that far away, kind of thing. But Who the fuck knows? All right, so listen, I'm gonna have to skip a few things here and there as we we still got a bit to go, and this might be a 2-parter.
All right, so this is a big deal, though.
Could be a 3-farter. I'm telling you that.
But this is a big. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
One, but it's not as big as it gets. Okay, go ahead.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad I'm not there. But this is a big part coming up where dying Earl says to Phil Parma that he wants him to find his son. This sets up at least most of the momentum through the last part of the movie to me.
But what's insane to me is the timeline. As this is happening, as he's getting interviewed, as Frank is getting sort of broken down mentally, or not even broken down, being pushed into his area that he goes mentally to be able to just sit there that entire time and then go, fuck you, bitch, whatever, and stand up.
Yeah.
Here is Philip Seymour Hoffman ordering nudie magazines because he missed the phone number of the thing. And by the way, back then you couldn't just rewind live TV. I don't know. If you know
honestly, this took me a good minute to figure out what he was doing.
Casey, I have to tell you something. I'm going to tell you on air because I'm so excited about it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Tomorrow, a guy is coming to take the DirecTV dish off the house.
Fuck yeah.
I saw that.
Nice.
He fucking wants to do it.
Who?
Just this dude from the neighborhood.
His name is Daryl. He's just a guy.
He wants one for his lake house. And
awesome.
I go, you can fucking come get this. My wife fucking hates it. And he's coming to get it.
Yeah, I thought you thought it was crazy because I wanted that off the
I
house.
do think you're crazy, but fuck it. It's getting, but also, hey, I goddamn did it.
I have 4 on my house.
4
on the house?
From each of the previous tenants. They just keep adding them.
Because they're in a different area.
Oh my.
You might as well put a couch and a car on blocks out in front of your house.
Jesus.
When I see those dishes, I just go, man, I wish you had a better job.
Do you remember those huge ones though? That were like,
yes, of course.
Yeah.
Across that would just collect leaves.
100%. Well, that
we got a satellite dish in a fucking town that the power goes out every time the wind blows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, we went to church with a guy who I swore was the richest human being that had ever lived. When they had, Jarrett, you might be the only one old enough to remember this, but they had a dish outside, the big dish, and inside had a big console TV with a little
3 lights.
With the red, green, and blue lights that shone up onto the TV.
That was the original screen TV. Yep.
Yeah,
same.
that set about 2 feet in front of the TV and shined back up. It was when I walked in.
When I was a kid, you only saw those at pizza places, but Eric Wood's house had that, and they had the satellite dish outside. But trying to figure out what to fucking watch was crazy. This thing had to move and shit. But that is what at the first of American Pie, where he's watching the porn and it's all pixelated and shit like that. That's the kind of television you could get on that thing.
Yeah. I remember.
Oh, you hold the
oh my goodness.
I hated hours because I'd be going through and HBO East has this movie on. I'm gonna watch it in 5 minutes because the satellite dish takes that long to rotate.
Oh my goodness.
When I first got the mini disc, you had to have DirecTV didn't have any movie channels. You had to have that and a completely different service to be able to have both. It was just a goddamn nightmare.
Didn't we just end up? It's not the thing that we ended up with because you just accidentally made eye contact with somebody at a Walmart.
Okay, well, I didn't feel like you'd bring this up.
I'm just saying.
Well, anyway, I made $300 and I got Sunday Ticket for free for a year, and we got rid of the greatest fucking cable service that ever fucking existed, which was
Fios.
Fios.
Yes.
We got fucking rid of that shit.
And he spent a long time trying to convince me and himself.
No. Wait, hold on. No.
Until you finally accepted
Verizon Fios we don't have over here. I had AT&T, but not fiber. Uverse, which was fine. But you are right. Verizon Fios is the greatest television cable thing that's ever existed in the history of the world.
My house in Wiley that I had my office. I had just I had been working from home for a couple years, finally bought a house, you know, had my office off to the side, put a TV in there, had it all, and had that FiOS. And I mean, it was the second best thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
Nothing ever went wrong. Ever.
And then it just
Yeah.
went away.
Well, so we had this AT&T Uverse and everything worked great. And it was fine. And the internet was fine. And everything was fine. Well, I went to Walmart with my kid. And the guy just goes, "Oh, hey, you like football?" And I went,
"Fuck yeah."
Yeah. And the next thing I know, telling Casey, "Hey, we're switching to DirecTV." This is before AT&T bought them, so it's a competitor. And I go, "I got $300 in gift cards and free Sunday ticket for a fucking year. This is great." And all the movie channels and all that. She's just like, "Okay, great." Like, but does it work all the same? Everything's the same. It's gonna be fucking great.
It did not take long for the panic to start in his own.
It was horrible. It was the
and I had already
worst.
walked past those same people like that day. I think like they were just like,
got me.
"Hey, what type of cable service do you have?" And I just go, "I don't know, maybe you guys." That's my response usually, and they'll just be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, exactly."
Yeah. Hey, back to this movie. I'm a fucking woman.
I don't know.
want me to
Maybe
call
y'all
my
will just keep
husband?
moving, and they just panic. They don't have to think of
Right,
that.
yeah.
And then he came home with like gift cards and a shitty fucking contract.
We're rich, bitch. Look at all these gift cards.
Fucking
I don't know why.
Circuit
Because it's
City
like,
or
hey,
something.
we can,
I don't know.
We'll pay for the table. We'll pay for this shit for the first year. Here's $300 in Walmart gift cards.
Oh, Walmart, look over here. This one take this one to Furs.
Oh my god. Yeah,
man, those are some good, like,
I got my ass kicked.
fairly recent, but like not so old references. Man, because I bought a boombox at Circuit City for my birthday with my birthday money.
Yeah,
I remember that shit.
Is it Cons? Is that like the one that's like
that's a rent to own, right? Or no?
That's the one that
No.
would get us all the time. Me and my roommate, they would send us like $50 gift card to Cons, right? And we'd be like, "We're gonna go in there. We're not gonna buy anything else," and we fucking wouldn't. We're like the only pieces of trash that could go in there and be like, "Okay, give us the Guitar Hero and get the fuck away from me," like
Cons. I don't remember that one.
because it was not.
They had one in Plano.
They were trying to get one over on you.
Meh.
Well, here's the thing. So, again, we talked about the pharmacist being like, you could have quite the party here. And the other thing is, again, when I talk about Tom Cruise's acting, let me just say this. This scene where she just goes, "Okay, what'd your mother do?" "Well, she was a librarian, And are you guys close?" "Well, she's my mother." And she just goes, "Yes, but she's a woman." And well,
She tells me go for it.
Oh my God, you have those dreams too. Anyway, so she gets him just like his face and everything about this character. He just goddamn fucking nails it. I know I went on too long about that, but man, he is fucking great. All right, let's go on to the Frank clip.
I was swimming what was, as opposed to what I wanted.
Where does that name come from?
What name? My name?
It's not your given name, right?
It's my mother's name, actually. It's good. Good. Done your research.
And Frank?
Frank is my mother's father.
Okay, that's why. See, I had some trouble locating your school records at UCLA and Berkeley. And your name changed. See, 'cause they had no official enrollment for you.
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't?
No, because I was never officially enrolled there. Was that unclear?
Kind of.
Oh, God. I wouldn't want that to be misunderstood. No, my enrollment was totally unofficial because sadly, I couldn't afford to pay the tuition up there. But there were 3 wonderful professors who were kind enough to let me sit in their classes. Their names were McCready, Horn, and Langtree. Among others, you're welcome to call them if you like. So I didn't get a free ride. So what we're looking at here is a true rags to riches story. That's why people respond so strongly to Seduce. Because in the end of the day, Seduce may not be just about picking up chicks, sticking your cock in. It's about finding out what you can be in this world. defining it, controlling it, and saying, I will take what is mine. And one of you just happened to get a little blowjob out of it, and hey, what the fuck, why not?
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, I can, and I will. Yeah, man. I mean, this fucking character, God, you just want to punch him in the goddamn fucking face.
How much money would it take for you to give Tom Cruise a blowjob?
Oh, are for real?
Yeah.
All right. So what are the circumstances of this sitch? Well, does anybody ever have to know about it?
Yes.
So everybody has to know about it.
There's the everybody has to know premium.
All right. So basically it's public.
And
knowledge.
also you have to admit that you kind of liked it.
Okay. So I have to blow Tom Cruise.
You have to admit you liked it.
I'm the guy who blew Tom Cruise. And but I have to be like, yeah, I sort of liked it.
20 million.
Yeah, like it wasn't that bad. 20 million. I'll do it for 5,000.
$5,000?
You're telling me $5,000
on the phone?
There is no fucking way. No,
Absolutely not.
I was actually gonna say 2 million because that way.
So you're telling me for 1.5 million you wouldn't do it, but for 2 you would.
But I'm pretty sure that he's a Scientologist, so I'm sure everything has to be
I'll
silent
do it
in the
for
room.
free, but
No,
need
not his butt.
No, not in the butt, buddy.
Not in the
You're
butt.
just
either
blowing
one.
him.
If I can make sure that he never ages, and that he will continue doing Mission Impossible movies,
Now we're getting into magic.
Literally until I'm dead, I will do it for free.
Here's the deal. You can say $2 million, but then if someone goes, okay, so not for 1.5 million,
Nope,
you'd do it for 1.5 million. And then if you would do it for 1.5 million, you'd do it for $1 million. And if you do it for $1 million, you do it for 900,000.
I just told you my price. I want to clear $1 million. So 2 million, half of it goes to taxes. I want $1 million in the bank.
There
I
you go.
blow fucking Tom Cruise.
Well, I would do it for 5,000 tax free.
That is crazy to me that you would really do that to Tom Cruise for $5,000.
I would do it for $5,000 every time he wanted me to suck his dick.
Okay, you're getting a little cocky here. I'm not quite sure that he would want you back.
Let me ask you.
You're trying to tell me that in my fantasy, Tom Cruise can't want me to suck his dick a bunch of times?
You're sucking his dick and like you're cupping his balls and like giving him the full treatment?
I mean, who knows what happens when you get down there? I don't know.
Okay, and you do have to act like you enjoy it. I get it, man. Now, how about when?
But who knows? But who knows? Like, as a straight person who's never had had a penis in their mouth, like, if you were in a situation like that, would you just kind of like eventually start?
Well, we've all
grabbing it,
we've all done the thing where we
try to be good at it.
You like sit in Spanish class, and all of a sudden you're just thinking about sucking a dick, and you're like, "Fuck, why am I thinking about sucking a dick?" You know? And you're that's a
So
thing,
you
right?
have been a wondering person.
100%. I mean, and also there's no man that can go, man, I'd be terrible at sucking a dick. Like once you get the teeth thing figured out, you fucking suck the shit out.
I know, but that's different because
That would
that's
be a
just
very
like
big problem.
that's just moving your head back and forth and keeping your teeth out of the way. But like if you were really down there and you already have to be doing it, would you just start like grabbing it and
because you want to get it over with as quick as you can, and you want to do a good job. I mean, we're men. We want to do a good job at anything that we take on. You know?
yeah, why do anything if you're not going to do it well?
Don't half-ass anything, including blowing Tom Cruise.
So let me get this straight. In your fantasy, Tom Cruise
How did this become your
comes
fan-
after
I don't know
you
what just happened.
and
Got $2 million.
and you tell him no, and he still comes after you?
Indecent
Like,
proposal, right?
I don't
and he tells Casey, "Hey, I want Jarrett to blow me on this boat for $2 million." Now, don't offer her the 1.5 because she's going to take it.
Oh,
this
she'll
is
take
about
that for
me.
sure.
Yeah. And so I'll just be like, "Look, here's the thing.
Jarrett, get over there and suck that dick.
I'm going to be in the tabloids
Take
for
one
a
for the
while."
team.
And then I tell the band, I'm like, "Guys, I'm not sure if this is going to be good or bad.
Guys,
But it
pack your
is-
bags. We're going on the road.
It is 2022, and it's not like people can give me shit for it. I'm just doing the best I can.
It's the I Blue Tom Cruise tour, brought to you by Van Full of Nuns and Don't Panic
and all of the guys. Yeah, no more. I don't know, man. I'm sick of it.
I just think it's less.
It's not the sucking of the dick that got me, Eric. It's that everybody has to know, because that's a big deal. Like, your children are gonna know that you sucked the fucking dude from Top Gun's dick, and there's a new movie coming out,
Top Gun 2 on ice.
People are gonna be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Going to see your dad's boyfriend on the fucking
When is that coming out?
Next April, I believe. I don't know. I just
next April or this April?
This April, but I just made
Hey, the new season of Ozark comes out at the end of this month.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Like the 21st or something.
Well, let's go to the next clip, Sean.
Stanley the man.
I don't know the answer.
That is not right. That's not right, Stanley. The correct answer is Ravel. Ravel. And now I'm going to have our three whistlers pleased to present the next musical. There were three musical sections here, and this will be the third section of the whistlers. And they'll play a piece it's very recognizable. It's Chopin, actually, and it's in the style of March Militaire. It's a very recognizable piece. So if you please just listen to this, and I'm sure you can identify the. I'm sort of giving away the answer here, but it's Chopin. I don't mean to give away the answer. It's just, please, just, sing us a ditty, guys, a Chopin ditty. Let's have a Chopin ditty.
Go to the card. Go to the fucking card. Go to the card. Go.
Go to the card.
Card of mockery.
I think the music adds so much to this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's something that you don't get a lot anymore, where there's music going the entire time. And it's going from scene to scene, and it sort of ties things together as well. You know, like it's like, okay, this is this vibe. We're going back and forth to these things, and here, is the mood, and just, God damn, it's fucking great. I think it's really, really good. Man, God, we're so early in on Jimmy. I mean, the girl is all coked up, and he just wants some coffee, and they obviously end up going out on a date. And I mean, man, I guess the one thing with that story is, he gets himself out of there. He goes to the area, and that fucking shots fired. Now, this is what I wanted to discuss. And Casey isn't in here, so I'll wait. But I wanted to discuss with you guys the worm.
Oh, geez.
And who we think killed the guy in the closet and what the deal is.
Okay? Or who could do the worm the best amongst all of us.
Sean.
Okay, I bet that is Sean, yeah, for sure.
Have you guys not seen how long I am?
Yeah, that's just more body to work with.
Fucking bragger.
Yeah, it's wormy.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. Let's just talk about it. When it is brought up about the little boy, I can't remember who says it, but they talk about him, and it's I think it's Marcy, and it's her son and her grandson, and the guy in the brown jacket has to be her son. So he's the one that killed the guy in the closet, and the grandson knows that.
Yes.
And he's the worm. Okay, so y'all already knew this.
He grabs the gun and runs off with it, doesn't he?
The little kid does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy in the brown jacket that's running up that's actually shooting at the police officer.
Yeah.
That's his dad.
Yeah, it's Marcy's son.
Marcy's son. And that kid is Marcy's grandson.
Yeah, he knows who did it. That's how he knows who did it.
And he killed that dude and stuck him in his mom's closet. And that's the reason the little kid won't say anything. He just raps about it because it's his dad.
And that's the reason why that night she was cleaning out her closet.
Yeah.
I got it.
I didn't. Sorry. I don't know rap.
It was white people rap, if it makes you feel better.
Oh, nope. Don't know that either.
Okay, so the last time I was at the bar, it's been quite a while, but one of our African-American friends sat down with us, and we were just talking, and I said, I've got a question for you, and I want to see if you guys will answer this the way that he did. I said, a bunch of white people get together at a house party, college party, whatever. They will absolutely listen to Tupac, Snoop, any number of black artists. It comes on, everyone loves it. I'm like, but in a party like full of only black people, are there any white artists that could come on the radio and that they would be like, fuck yeah, this is awesome?
What was the answer?
Well, I want to see if you guys can guess what his answer was, because there was literally.
Can you repeat all of that?
Elton John.
What? Can you just repeat all of that really quick? Just because I'm dealing with a censor in the room. Go ahead.
So I was talking to one of my black friends, and I said, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest about it. And if the answer is nothing, that's fine. I said, but a bunch of white people, like college party, or even people might, like when we get together to play cards here at my house, we will listen to all kinds of music, including rap music, TLC, Missy Elliott, Snoop Dogg, Tupac, whoever. Like, that's totally a thing, gets people hyped up. So I asked him, I said, in a party full of only black people, not a white person to be seen, is there any white artist that could come on the radio or on the, DJ, and black people would be like, fuck yeah, this is fucking rad.
So is this a funny answer or is it real?
It's a real answer, because this is a real conversation that I had in a bar.
I think Eminem is an easy one, but I'm going to say Rick Ashley.
Okay, well, Eminem was one of the answers, and then the other was Eric B., who is like a hip hop artist who's
Eric B.
No, not Eric B.
Black Bear.
No, not John B. John B.
Never Eric B.
Not Eric B. and Rakim. John B.
John B is a fictional character from Outer Banks.
Hoist up the John B. sails.
The Sloop John B.
Oh wait, there's a DJ named John B.
Yeah, I think that's who they're talking about. Anyway,
so the answer was Eminem, and I got it right.
Eminem and John B.
DJ.
Yep, that was it. Those are the only answers.
No idea. Not Elton John, huh?
Not Elton John. Not the Beach Boys.
I think we need to take a bigger poll.
Oh, the Beach Boys.
Yeah, everybody says that at those parties. Now, if we're
I like that one.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's get past this clip. I already said the thing about 23. This guy's doing the thing where he reflects and everything. This Julianne Moore, she's trying to kill herself. I felt bad about saying the thing about her not taking her clothes off. Now, the one thing that I thought was super, super cool about this that I've never seen another movie do is when they start playing It's Not Gonna Stop by Amy Mann, and they just go through everybody and everybody's singing it in their one situation, and it's almost like, okay guys, we're lighting the fuse, here it comes.
I wondered
where everybody's at right now, right?
I wondered for those who enjoyed the movie, and I wasn't sure that Sean, well, I knew Sean didn't, or at least was confused by it. I wasn't sure Amy would, and I really wasn't sure how anybody would feel when you do 3-hour drama movie for a podcast that's supposed to be entertaining. But I will say there was a part of me when that scene came on, that song Wise Up by Amy Mann is so good. But I wondered if it would kind of ruin it for the people who were enjoying the movie, that it's kind of this all of the sudden breaking the fourth wall, like suspension of disbelief type thing where, okay, the whole movie are these vignettes of these interactions with people. And then now all of a sudden everyone's singing the same song at the same time. Like,
I thought it was perfect. And in fact, I think the soundtrack is fucking perfect. I think it drives the vibe. It sets up all these things. And again, I like this. It's almost like a restart of like, all right, we're all in, we're in whatever situation we're in. I liked it. I mean, not something I've ever seen done before, which was really cool.
Yeah. I liked it too. I wondered if that would be a thing that kind of was off-putting for people.
Not for me. I don't know. You guys?
I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was super cool. I didn't hate it. I think I was
what'd you think?
at that point just trying to get through.
I did like this movie, but I still am the same way. I don't think I had like any like crazy strong feelings about it. I thought it was cool, but it wasn't like.
I just mean the singing thing where they all start.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got it.
I'm saying like I think me and Amy have different opinions on the whole movie, but I agree with her on this segment. Like I was like, that's kind of a cool thing, but I didn't like think too far into it.
Got it. All right, Sean, next clip.
Frank? Jack, right? Are you Phil? Yeah. We tried to get in touch with you. We got disconnected. Yeah, stay in, Max. Stay in. Hey, come on. All right, please.
I got the message.
Yeah, I couldn't find you. Earl asked me, so I looked at the address books. There's no numbers, nothing. Hey. Hey!
There's what's her name?
Linda. Oh, she went out. She's not here. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do here. Your dad asked me to try to get in touch with you, and I didn't have the number. I called the number. Do you want to come in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Phil?
Yeah.
I will drop kick those fucking dogs if they come near me.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Come on in. Come on in. This is Lake. This is
clear the mat.
Miles. Here we go. All right, he's in here. So we all go in here. Come on. You want to go in?
No, I just stand here a second, Phil.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Like Dags?
I didn't notice that he actually kind of kicked one.
Yeah, he does. He
Until
shoves
just
that
then.
one away.
Yeah.
Which is great.
One thing I really like about that scene is if you notice how I know it works two ways, but he spends most of his time talking on the other side of that door. I wonder if that was to also block the dogs because you can't tell them when to bark and when not.
Sure, there's a dog trainer on the other side.
Yeah,
of
they
that
probably
thing,
because
telling
you
them what
noticed
to
as
do.
soon as Tom was about to come in, that big boxer got pulled away.
Right.
And I wonder if there was just a microphone right on the other side of that door.
Well, and he could do his lines later, but for sure,
Yeah.
there's a dog trainer on the other side and telling them what to do. But super cool. Dogs did a good job.
Well, he'll drop kick those fucking dogs.
Philip Seymour Hoffman did great too, just acting like the dogs were a goddamn nuisance, right? Well, here comes everybody's bullshit, right? We've got the guy breaking into Solomon's. We've got the guy confessing to his wife that he cheated on her a bunch, and her just going, "Hey, how come our daughter doesn't speak to you?" And it's like, I may have molested her.
Also,
Fucking what?
Why did you wait until he's dying and then confessing
ask the
everything?
question.
Come on, if it's that big of a deal
Exactly.
and you're about to just leave his dying body on the couch, it had to have been a really big deal.
100%.
And you had to have been sitting on it for decades.
Yep, agreed.
I feel like it would have
Dumb.
had it would have had to have been something that since she was still speaking to her, like maybe she asked and the girl just wouldn't, like maybe it's just something that's been on her mind, but like it's just too hard of a question to ask. Like if you ask your child,
And you think
what
if he's
happened,
being honest now, then
yeah, exactly. He's on
Yeah.
his deathbed. Like I want to know what really happened because maybe
okay.
that's I don't know. That's kind of how I perceived it. Maybe maybe nobody will tell her why, and maybe she's wondered. But maybe
I didn't even think
hard...
about the fact that they were still talking, actually. And so that's a good perspective in that, like, I didn't even consider the fact that the mom and the girl were still talking and the girl doesn't talk to the dad.
I
can understand.
I guess I assumed that whenever she showed up at the end and the girl was like, you know, I feel like it was just like, Mom, Mommy. Like,
Right.
I feel like that's...
That's true. I just, as a mother, I just can't understand sitting on a question. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but fucking ask it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
I don't know.
I guess it's maybe how I perceived it. Maybe she has asked the question, just hasn't asked him. You know?
Yeah. That's true.
And just the fact that he says, "I don't know." I mean,
that's fucking gross.
God,
that's a
it's
worse
like...
answer than just.
Then yes,
it is. It really is.
And then he's just like, "Hey, if I tell you that I know, will you stay?" And it's like, fuck, stop.
Ew.
Stop. Just fucking stop doing
gross.
this, man. Just so crazy.
Yeah, and what did he want? What did he want her to say? You know, because she says, right, no, of course not. But like, what goes on in your mind that makes you think that just admitting to it is somehow better?
Well, and obviously his mind isn't fully functional anyway.
Right.
Like during the show, he was kind of off. He didn't have one track. He couldn't stay on it.
Well, and apparently frogs are heavy.
Good God.
Jesus, they're breaking car windshields.
I don't think that there's anything in the world that I think I'd want to experience less than that.
Going through the skylight, though, where they, oh my God,
That's
it's
pretty
okay.
good.
No, this is real. This can really fucking happen. I'm not kidding. Like, this is real. There are like documented things of like tornadoes and things picking up.
Sure.
It's not exactly this.
No, this is.
I was gonna say this.
But there is the guy that wrote it said that he actually knew about the frog phenomenon before he knew about the biblical reference, and that he tied the two in the movie or whatever. But that there's like this thing that happens where it like sucks up a bunch of water, moves it over, and then just dumps it, and you'll get frogs and fish.
And scuba divers.
And there's like documented cases of like frogs and fish. Like there's a big one in 2005, I guess, or there was a
what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just called like, what is it? Let's see.
El Nino de los Coquí.
While she looks that up,
A rain of animals is a rare meteorological
You sound like me on trivia night.
phenomenon.
The 19th century.
Sky. Such occurrences have been reported in many countries throughout history. One theory is that tornadic waterspout picks up the creatures and carries them for up to several kilometers. So it just fucking picks them up and then just goes and drops them.
What's it called again? Just
a rain of animals.
A rain of animals. Can you imagine? It'd be like Mitch Hedberg's joke. I just got caught. Like, where'd you come from? The sky?
But you can go look at pictures. I don't think they should have any pictures of the frog one necessarily. Well, maybe, but there's a big one with fish, and there's just fish fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
They're
the band
fucking?
fish though. Yeah, just
they're fucking all over the place.
bitches. Yeah, because they're a jam band and chicks love it. What were you gonna say, Sean?
Trivia. Does anyone want to take a guess on who made all the frog molds?
Rob Zombie.
Love that.
No.
Okay, Adam Savage.
Who's that?
Mythbusters.
The ginger from Mythbusters.
Oh, cool. I like that
is
guy.
cool. Yeah, very cool. Man, listen to our reaction. We're fucking stoked. Yeah,
all right.
And there is the account of the hanging of 3 men, and a scuba diver, and a suicide. There are stories of coincidence and chance and intersections and strange things told, and which is which and who only knows. And we generally say, well, if that was in a movie, I wouldn't believe it. Someone so-and-so met someone else's so-and-so, and so on. And it is in the humble opinion of this narrator that strange things happen all the time. And so it goes, and so it goes, and the book says, we may be through with the past, but the past ain't through with us.
Yeah.
Why did the dog die?
because
He
it ate the pills off the ground.
Remember when Philip Seymour Hoffman was on the ground trying to pick up the pills? He had dropped them all over the
And he
place.
kept going,
and
"Don't
the
eat
dog
that."
kept going, "Don't eat that! Don't eat that!" It.
Oh, I didn't realize it actually ate it.
Well, it switches over to the man, and then it goes back real quick, and the dog's eating.
Oh,
few of them.
Yeah, like
Or
several.
he got kicked by.
See,
Tom
that's what I
Cruise.
was thinking. Was it the kicked one?
Or he ate a bunch of chocolate, because drugs are like chocolate to dogs, or chocolate's like drugs. Something.
By the way, the chocolate thing is a bit of a myth. They can't eat cooking chocolate, like the dark cooking chocolate. If they eat like chocolate, like you and
Like
I,
if Milo eats an entire tray of brownies, and you have to call poison control,
they just tell you that he's going to have diarrhea for a
and then he does.
and then he does. That's the end of that deal. And yes, if they eat an entire chocolate bunny, same result. Or if they get into a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups, unwrap them all with their teeth, and leave the wrappers gooeyly on the fucking floor, they get sick a smidge.
Not the Reese's.
Yeah. So well, here's the thing. This last scene made me so fucking anxious because I kept thinking something bad has to happen to Jim the cop. I'm like, he's letting this guy back in, and they're in this. I'm just like, they're gonna fucking think he's robbing the place to shoot him in the back of the head. That did not happen. And so that's the thing. He ends the thing with, "Hey, who can we forgive? What can we forgive?" It's part of the job.
The monologue that he gives at the date, the dinner, sitting there at the table.
Yeah.
With the, I'll listen to you. I won't be judgmental. I know that I can be judgmental. I won't do that. Like, that whole thing was so powerful to me. And I think it's entirely possible that if, the average person just sat down and watched this movie, that they would start to identify with a character or two more than some other, because I think that they're different enough and they're written differently enough, but also kind of have these, like we've talked about earlier, these real world kind of conflicts within their own self. But, I sat there and listened to him give that monologue and was like, man, that kind of hits right in the heart,
Yeah.
And it's a common thing, right? To know the things about yourself that you wish were different, and to identify those, and to want to kind of put those out there so that you're held accountable for them. And just watching him do that in such a raw way, like a broken person. He was married, he's looking for something, thinks that he has found it, and who knows whether he has or hasn't. But it just, man, it was one of the probably best 3 scenes of the film for me, was watching him deliver that.
A lot in that scene when she said, because my jaw does that too.
I thought of you when that happened too. And then he just goes, "Does it hurt?"
I'm sorry.
That's
I
where
didn't mean to make a
Casey
punchline, because
identified.
what you said is absolutely true.
No, and the part where she goes, now that you've met me, are you fine with never seeing me ever again? Like when when you have that type of kind of self-loathing and self-esteem issues, and I do know that feeling of like you don't wish to be a burden on people, and so you kind of withdraw, and the person that other people see who only casually know you may seem fun or exciting or funny or interesting, but deep down you kind of feel like you're none of those things, and you just want to save other people from having to deal with your baloney. Like, I know how that feels. And so I think that, that's, I don't know. I thought the whole thing was that, I thought that one scene, her and him in that date, was such a poignant, raw, great piece of film.
Well, My Baloney has a first name. It's Oscar.
What about its
My
second name?
Baloney has a second name. It's Mayer. And I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say
The dichotomy of this film really is that.
Good job, babe.
Got a jingle.
Man, way to go.
Good job.
I never know any of his jingles.
You never know any of them. Yeah, I mean, look, I love this movie. I thought it was great. I think, you just put the cast in there and the acting and all of that stuff, and I'm in. That's it. And it's easy for me. I actually didn't even think it was that long. I think Casey's right. Maybe the fact that we had to break it, in half was a benefit to us. But I would watch this again. I think I could come in the middle of this movie, sort of know where I am, and still enjoy it. But yeah, it's a good one. Case.
I enjoyed it. I like Amy said too, that the acting was incredible. I really appreciated that. I do think that the only letdown to me was I think that I got hooked really quickly in the beginning, like that them showing all these crazy coincidences and all of these and I was like, oh man, we're about to watch something like really fucking cool happen. And we did, and it was great. It just wasn't really what I expected. So I think I was waiting for that huge, this is the tie-in moment. Sure. I think I was waiting for the person to be falling off the building and get shot by somebody else, moment. And then when the frogs happened, I was like, what the fuck?
And that's Crash, right? Isn't that Crash that's like that? Where that
it's also
movie...
Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve are also the same thing.
Actually.
Where Love Actually, they're all really, really intertwined.
Yeah. So I really did enjoy the movie and I appreciated it. And I am glad that I watched it. I think there was a little bit less of a payoff than I maybe wanted, but that's my own fault because it was my own expectations. But
and also the thing is that it seems, I think Eric's right in the being able to identify with a character and this is it's not over for some of them. It's sometimes a movie just leaves you to think, and this one did just a smidge. Amy, you're not going to change your tune.
No,
still fucking didn't like it very much.
I was looking forward to the conversation because I was wondering if it was going to be a movie that has happened often for me where I didn't like it when I watched it, but then when you talk about it, that didn't happen this time around. I won't watch it again.
Well, that is unfortunate. Sean, do you even need to say anything? You didn't like it very much.
Normally I might shit on movies, but after this one, I text Derek. I'm like, I'm fucking confused, and I'm gonna have to go watch an explaining video on about this. And then I did, and I watched Paul talk about it, and I'm like, yeah, you didn't no. So I don't want to say I don't like it, but I'm gonna go with Amy, but also say I don't think I'm the demographic for this movie.
Well, good pick nonetheless. Great movie. Glad we watched it. Sean, let's check the mailbag.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Yeah, also I liked the movie. So
dude, I figured that your goddamn 5-minute fucking thing that I allowed you to do and didn't even interrupt you one time explained that you liked the fucking movie.
I needed more of a soliloquy than the one I did.
Eric, how did you feel about the movie?
It was good.
I'm going to go pee while he talks about it.
No, because I'm going to pee while you talk about it.
Well, you got to just finish these mail things.
Okay, well then let's go. Hey all, a few weeks ago I messaged you on Instagram about asking about sending in movie requests. I love listening to the podcast and watching the live streams when I can catch them. Not only that, movies are the best thing in the entire world, in my humble opinion. And I've seen Bowling for Soup in concert more than any other artist. So this is a lot of big loves for me wrapped in one. Apologies because I couldn't pick one movie recommendation, so here's a list. The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Booksmart, The Heat, Little Miss Sunshine, Chips, and Band Slam. This one is a little off from the others, but it's music-centered, and I love it. Much love, Taylor Nicole Mullins.
I think those are great suggestions.
I don't know
think
many of them.
Little Miss Sunshine would be awesome. Booksmart's like Girl Superbad. It's the shit.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that was on there?
Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Would love to do Booksmart, by the way. That one is fucking great.
Yeah, those are great suggestions.
Yeah. Okay. We
All
thank
right.
you very much for the suggestions, Taylor.
New to this and not sure if suggestions are cool, but I think Euro Trip would be a perfect movie to watch for this group. Movie made in 2004, which was like, as a 10-year-old kid, was like, damn, this is fucking awesome, and I have to show as many friends as possible. Anyway, watching now, I don't think it holds up. Love to hear what the group thinks from Jake, your new $5 supporter.
What's up, Jake? Here's the thing, dude. I've never seen that movie. I remember people watching it back in the day. I think it'd be fun to check it out. So we'll put that on the list.
I think about that every time I hear that Scotty Doesn't Know song, and then I never write it down.
Oh, that's from that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought it was from. It's from another movie too, right?
No, I thought it was that one.
It's from Star Trek, I think.
Bob and June make a porno or some shit, right? No. All right. Well, either way, we're gonna consider that, and we appreciate you writing in, guys. You know, you can also write into us and have your letter or email or post read back to you. Eric, how can people connect with us?
I'm glad that you asked. On our website, JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com. On Facebook, Jarrett Goes to the Movies and the Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page. On YouTube and Twitch, Jarrett Goes to the Movies. On each of those, you'll want to subscribe and turn on notifications. On Instagram and Twitter, at Jarrett Movies. On Patreon, that is how you can support the winning team, support the little podcast that could. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Email us, JarrettGoesToTheMovies@gmail.com. And you can text us or leave us a voicemail. The number is the same either way, 714-451-6029. That's 714-451-6029. Don't forget to join us next week when we discuss the film Meatballs. Sounds great.
Pretty excited about that. By the way, we do need to reschedule a movie, so nobody that works here go anywhere when I run off to pee here in just a second. Thanks for sharing. Joey Bishop, Barry Ferguson, Simon Rogers, Chris Pulse, David Kendrick, Clarissa James, Ben Watulon. Been way too long. Oh, been way too long. Woody Chambers, happy birthday, buddy. Everybody else, thank you for listening. Please subscribe. We'll see you down the road.